fellow Riblets. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've been ready to sign my butt on. So, hello, fellow Riblets. It's me, Tom from Target Prime Rib. Just doing another test. I actually was able to get in contact with the people for the a broader wideband, and this I don't understand why I had to go through some hoops, but and if they were able to send a signal to boost my Wi-Fi like an extender type thing, and I just want to see if it actually worked. So I don't know if anybody's going to come on here. I get that it's last minute. I get that it's a little annoying. Um, I just want to make sure. Uh, all my lives are important to me, so good news. My sugars are at 78 for my blood sugars, and I just had some roast beef from the pizza place. I didn't feel like cooking, so it's roast beef, and I had my salt here, but just out. Mm, Delicious. Oh, yeah, it must have spilled out a little bit. Clean her all up. Clean her up. All right. Well, it came up pretty quickly, so that's good. There probably won't be anybody really coming on in the chats with me or anything. At least I doubt it. Um, and before, when I came on the second time, you guys haven't expected it because okay. I'll stay on for a couple minutes. And then see if there's anything in Facebook for me. Okay, so just got a thing on Facebook about um, Edmund Coleman's mother is in the hospital, unfortunately. Um, she getting heart surgery. So Jennifer, who the heck is Jennifer? I don't know who you are. So I'm not going to confirm. So everything is good. Like I said, just um, not seeing too many people. Hmm. So, hey Josephine, how you doing? I guess I'm at an hour now where you can. I didn't even think about that. Hmm. So, how you doing today, Josephine? So, good morning to you. It's a little bit later here than 8:11 in the morning, but I have a feeling it's probably Monday morning. Correct there? Uh, Sorry about that. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, right now it's about quarter after 6 um, p.m. on Sunday. I am feeling a lot better, Josephine, but unfortunately, I still have to. After I do work tomorrow, I have to contact the. Oh, what happened? Okay, I have to call the clinic because I chipped a tooth. Um, I guess I could tell you how I did it. I actually, hey, Gemmet, yeah, I'm testing out my live streams. I did a couple tests before, and I'm testing again. I've been having very, very low bandwidth every time I do like Zoom calls and everything. So, and it's been cutting out on me when I have people on. So I know you guys aren't really into coming on here, but in case somebody else is in the chats, I I'm going to put it in the chats because I want to see how people sound. You know how quickly they are. If there's like any like yeah. But to go back to what I was saying, so I one of my faculties that you guys know how I've been coughing quite a lot. Well, I do have some cough drops that if it gets really really bad, it kind of like calms the you know eases the throat a little bit and kind of helps me with the coughing. And I also have a chew where I have to chomp on you know it gets like a knee jerk reaction with my teeth and I never had any problems really before with it, but this time I cracked a tooth. So I can't really afford to go to a regular dentist and pay to get the tooth fixed. So I'm going to see if the clinic takes care, if they have a dentist on board there. I think they do, but I think it's a student dentist. So if it doesn't cost me much and everything, then I'll look into it. My favorite person. Hi, Lexi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just doing another test, so I wanted to see how quickly I could get somebody on here, how like how the sound is,
Yeah,
and
that's
all that.
good.
I was able to get through the company I'm using for my internet. I had to literally fight to, like, they're like, no, we don't have it. We can't help you. And I'm just like, and finally I got a person that actually did some thinking. I mean, he was like, your best bet is to bring it closer to your bandwidth. I mean, closer to your modem. But my modem's in the other room, and it's hooked to a cable. Well, this isn't hooked to a cable; it's Wi-Fi only. So it's either go into the other room and go where there's noise, because my roommate likes to, like, glasses. He doesn't care if I'm on doing doing a live or anything like that. He just glasses it. So either it's like have everybody deal with the noise, or bring everything into my room, which is a lot of work. Yeah. So he was like, "Oh, we could do an extender." I'm like, well, "Why didn't you think of that before?" He's like, "Well, it'll be an extra $10." I'm like, "Okay." Like I was willing to upgrade anyway. So I mean, it's just weird how they make you go through all these like hurdles in order to get what was a solving problem in the first place. So
Mhm.
pray that this works, you know and everything. So hey, boots, Aaron, how we doing?
I was just watching Homesick Buckeyes rant just now.
Yes, I saw that
he's
too. I saw
he's
that.
so funny. Oh my gosh.
And I know he says he's not talking about anybody in particular, and I have no idea who he's talking about, but I'm sure somebody brought the thought process into his head, because he's probably
Mhm.
always felt
or,
that way.
or maybe a lot of people. I don't know. I think he said he's been getting hate recently on Rick's
Yeah,
live, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
I think so. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm sure that there's a connection there, but I'm not going to say for sure because I don't know for sure. But
Hmm.
I'm sure there's some kind of connection. So how was Dante? Because I left early because it kept on like coming out on like going out on me. Like it was like
It was good.
So
Yeah,
I
it was
just
fun.
cool. Did anybody else come on? Like did anybody join?
Um, so Lynn joined.
Lynn. Okay, that was
Yeah,
cool. That was cool.
yeah, it
I
was really
actually,
nice.
I don't have her email, so I actually messaged her on Instagram to see if she wanted to come on my live. So I haven't really gotten an answer from her yet. So I don't know. So far, I've gotten an answer. I did get an answer from Adam. So Adam is coming on the 12th, and then Caleb is coming onto my channel. I don't
Yay!
know if you ever seen Caleb or not. He's like 16, and um, he had like videos where he was doing arm wrestling videos with Dr. Baker, Dr. Nelson, like everybody. So so I have him.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty excited about that. So I got a pretty good lineup coming on. I have this coming month Tuesday. I have Alyssa, which you've met, right? And I'm sure you've seen how sweet, how nice she is, and everything. Um,
Hmm.
so I got her, and then I got Carrie Man, just to kind of go over it again. I got Carrie Man, then I got Lash, and then in August I have I'm not sure who I have. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Oh, that's another thing my phone did weird. My phone actually took out my calendar. So Google Calendar. So I have to actually go to Google, get my calendar, and then go into the thing. Is that weird? You don't think that's weird? No? That I have to actually like call Google in order to get my calendar back instead
I
of just
mean,
instead of going right
I
to
was,
the
I was
app.
thinking about something else just now. I was listening. I promise. I.
Oh, it's okay. Hey, if I had $1 every single time one of my family members didn't listen to me while I was talking, uh,
I promise. I'm always listening.
I would be a millionaire. I'd be like, what? What'd you say? And then they wonder why I don't listen to them. Okay. All right. So on the 5th, I have Gary No Slow
Hmm.
on the 5th, and then Adam Lacey on the 12th.
Oh wow.
And then I've been trying to get Tim to change it to the 19th, but I can't. So I might have to just not do one of my coaching videos. And Tim's on the 20th, and then 25th is nobody on the 25th. Oh, I just put Tim in yet. Then Caleb is on the 26th. I just have to put it into my calendar, and then I have in September I have the 20th and the 23rd, where with Homesick Buckeye and Dave Mack
Hmm.
coming up
Okay,
next.
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm very, obviously I'm really excited about it because I wouldn't be bragging about it, which I do apologize.
Did
But
you say Homesick Buckeyes coming on your channel?
on my birthday,
Yay!
yeah,
That'll be fun.
yeah. So,
I have a
so
question, and it's kind of embarrassing.
oh, turn off the camera or anything, or
This stays between you and me.
we're live, right?
I know. So I'm wondering if Homesick Buckeye has a partner. I'm just curious. Just curiosity.
Like a partner?
Yeah, like a wife or something.
Oh, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't know.
Pretend like I didn't say that. You guys don't say anything.
They're going to now,
Oh no.
especially Aaron. Just kidding.
Just wondering.
I don't know. You'd have to ask him that. I don't think he's married, but I don't know. I really don't know. To tell you the truth,
Mhm.
you know. I think he's older than me. So
That's fine.
okay. I just want to make sure, because I don't know if you thought he was like in his like 30s or something.
No.
Uh,
I'm just curious, you know?
um, Aaron just said, "Great, Lexi. I have to rewind and listen again."
This stays between us, okay?
I won't say anything
Us
personally.
and it stays between us and the rest of the internet. No one else needs to
Yeah,
know.
only us and the 20 people that watch my show. Yeah. Actually, my subscriptions has actually
I'm
gone
not.
up. I'm actually at 390 now.
Yay! That's awesome. Sorry, I'm looking at the comments.
Yeah, I try to look at the comments, but then they go so fast. Like, I wish
Mhm.
people would just type slower.
Mhm. How's everybody doing?
All right, so Jen says that um, she went to a student dentist and was better than paying $600 for deep clean. Oh, it was better than paying $600 for deep cleaning. Okay, I'm thinking she had to pay $600 for deep cleaning. I'm like, well, I don't really have $600 to pay, so I think my broken tooth is going to have to stay for a while. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, if I would, I mean, I know like you get leery with the student dentist, but they've got to be a little trained, I mean, I would think, right?
Mhm.
I don't think they're going to like give you the scalpel if you're not trained yet fully.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'll call tomorrow. Hopefully they'll be there after I get home, and I'll call tomorrow. And my roommate actually is calling insurance to find an extra place and everything, and he wants to try to get like assistance with driving.
Oh,
But I
cool.
reminded him that he has no proof of where he lives. Like he just pays me out of pocket. There's no like he doesn't pay bills. He doesn't pay like he just as far as paperwork is concerned, he doesn't exist. you know, and
Oh wow.
yeah, I mean the only thing he might have is like on his bank statement, like whenever he pays me, I told him to put rent on the thing, but when I tried getting him Medicaid, he was turned down because he didn't really have any proof that he needed it. I mean, this is how it looks to Medicaid. He makes about $2,000, right? So he doesn't pay rent, according as far as Medicaid's concerned. He doesn't pay electric. He doesn't pay water bill. He doesn't pay. He doesn't like the only thing he pays for is food and travel. He doesn't even pay for a car anymore because he got he lost it. So they're going to look at him and be like, "Well, you make that much. Why can't you just do your own transportation?" And he's got to show some. Um, but I said, well, if you get a place that's closer by, then all your travels will be like a lot cheaper. Like right now, his doctors are about an hour and a half away from him. So obviously, Ubers are pretty expensive. But but if he comes closer, like comes within 5 minutes, then he won't have to worry. Just put like $100 aside, and that's it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. Um, I'm trying to help him though as much as I can. So hopefully, I can call my doctor, get my tooth fixed, and help him with his thing too.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So we always try to help our fellow people, right?
Yep.
So,
I feel I feel kind of embarrassed for asking about homesick Buckeye now. I
you
just think he's kind
should
of cute.
be.
I guess.
No, I'm just joking. He's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy. I'm sure he's heard that many times.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hey Dustin, how we doing? See, Gemmit's really special because Gemmit got two hays. You didn't Gemmit didn't just get one hay, but got hay.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
special.
So looks like Dustin met him a couple times.
And he's
Russ
nice.
is he says he's super awesome. I've heard from a few people that Russ is a very nice guy.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to go watch one of his lives. I haven't been to any of his lives yet, but I liked when he was on the phone with Rick and he was pretending to be a reverend. That was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gemma said that she's blushing. LOL. So so does that mean, Dustin, that you'll put a good word in for Lexi when you talk to
Don't. That'd be so embarrassing. Oh my gosh.
Well, you know that Russ is coming on my channel on the
Oh
20th.
yeah.
So
I'm so embarrassed now.
you're
Overly sharing.
you want us to say that's
I mean, maybe. I would just be in the comments on his live, Dustin.
okay. I'm much. I guess Gemma is saying that you're hungry. She says, "Thanks, Thomas. You so sweet." And Lexi eats the camera. I mean,
What does that mean?
I don't know. Are you really that hungry? Can you like leave the camera alone, please? Eating meat, eating meeting looks awesome.
Oh,
Okay, so
thank
you look
you.
you look awesome in front of the camera.
Oh,
I can
thanks.
I can agree with that.
Thank you.
And yeah, did you know that you could actually join just like you do with Bob and me? Carnivore Talk. You can join in on the lives with Buckeye.
Oh my god, I'd be so nervous.
Yeah, you'd be like all coy and everything, like.
Just giggling. like a
Oh,
little.
Russ, you're so funny.
That probably would be me.
Start stuttering and everything.
Yeah, I'd be tripping over my words.
Well, I do that no matter what. So,
I think it's I think it's a good trait. I think it's cute.
Dustin says that the secret is they like you are just people.
That's
I
true.
guess he's talking about Russ being just a regular person.
Hmm.
Do you find that to be true?
Yeah.
Okay. That because then you won't like fall over yourself or he's just a normal person.
I hope you guys are judging me for my
I
little
no
crush.
no. I'm sure there's at least one person out there that has a crush on me. I don't judge people. Come on.
Hmm.
Did you see up close and personal? Robert Redford said to a new reporter, "I want her. She eats the camera." Okay. See, it's
I
just
mean,
weird.
looks awesome.
Like it couldn't let me finish what was being read. I like your lives, Dustin. Yeah, I like. Have you seen Keto Simple's lives at all?
What'd you say?
Have you seen Keto Simple's lives at all?
Haven't. I'm still trying to find as many lives as possible because I think they're so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, he has some lives. He works a little bit with Chris Cooking Nashville, so
Hmm.
you know. At least that's where I
Yeah.
met Dustin. Was on Chris Cooking Nashville.
Do you know what
No,
time Ketos is? At what time does Dustin go live?
I think he goes live on Mondays, or is that Chris himself? I don't really know timelines too well. Dustin, can you put inside the chats when you're going to be on next on your live?
No judgment zone. Thanks, Aaron.
I want to see this one here. Okay. Aaron, I figured that my takes on things might turn some people away. Okay. Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, and Sundays at 7:30 a.m. Eastern.
So my time that'd be Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Sundays 6:30 a.m. Perfect.
Okay. So make sure you write that down, unless you
I'll
have a
remember.
good memory.
Yeah, I'll remember.
All right. And Lexi, very pretty, maybe a good journalist, better than what we have. LOL, and Lexi smart.
You're so
Okay.
sweet.
I guess Gemma gave you a compliment.
I'm
Or
not that
told you to
great
look
of a
this.
writer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'd make a good journalist.
Well, maybe she just thinks that you make like a good TV news person. Like
Oh,
let other people write it, but you
I
just
see.
act it. Yeah.
Maybe. I want to be
Yeah,
a
I could.
dietitian.
I could see that. I could see you being on the TV. You have a good flair for things.
Oh, thanks.
Well, you just have like that like charisma that
Aw,
that you have.
thank you. That's so nice.
That carnivore charisma. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Which I don't think I've ever heard anybody use the term carnivore charisma. So we just used it for the first time on my channel.
I
So if
love it.
anybody else uses it, it has to be shown that I used it first.
They have to say, quote you then.
Yeah,
Like,
like, just like Tom says, carnivore charisma. Or just like or TPR, target prime rib.
mhm.
So Okay, who has a monotone voice? 'Cause that's definitely not me. Booby goats get to have that monotone voice. Okay, so it is.
Get that trademark.
It's a G trademark. You're like, where did I hear that from?
Hmm. Good old
Hey
Tom.
Lisa, how you doing?
Hi, Lisa. I do think that carnivore does bring out a certain confidence in people, for
Yeah,
sure. Like all the people I've like in the Healing Humanity group, like all the people I've met, like they just like the longer you get to know them and the longer they're on carnivore, it's like you just see them become a whole new person, you know?
yeah. I mean, I think I've changed. I mean, I don't know how much I've changed, but I just feel a lot better
Yeah.
doing things now. I still have my moments. I still got my
Oh yeah.
back and forths.
Same.
But like, but today, I had a little annoyance, but it was just an annoyance, I guess you could say. I was a little annoyed when I was on with Mitch. I liked Mitch. I liked everybody else. Everybody was good. But it happened again where I tried talking and somebody talks over me. And
Oh.
trying to do it. It was a simple story, so it didn't really matter. But it was just like it was one like like, and I know he didn't mean it. It was, and this time, no, it wasn't Papa. Papa was wonderful. But every time I tried telling like what kind of coffee I have in the morning, he kept on like Tuca. Actually, I'll say name because I mean I'm not calling him out because he's a bad guy. I'm just because he was the one that did it. Um, Tuca kept on like over talking and interrupting me.
That's
Like I'd
rough.
be like halfway talking like 3 words in, and all of a sudden like he'd like shoot in, and I don't know if he just didn't hear me and didn't realize that I was speaking, or if whatnot. But so I just got a little annoyed. I was just like, okay, fine. I'm just going to shut up now and not talk. So
I
I mean,
think
I'm fine with it. I'm not
I
fine
think
with it, but I'm fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think part of it is that like you can talk kind of quiet sometimes,
yeah,
but I also think that in these lives people get excited a lot, like Papa Carnivore. Like
yeah,
they just get excited, they want to talk, and
yeah.
so the first chance they get, they want to like jump in. So
And I have a third reason for me, because of my internet problem. I was kind of cutting in and out anyway.
mm,
So
mm-hmm.
I think that's part, but it still doesn't erase being annoyed.
Yeah.
So I mean, no, I was like I told you on one of my other lives that I had, 'cause today I did 3 live, well, 4 if you count the mini live with Amy. But I actually I usually do my coffee black,
Mm-hmm.
but lately I've been taking a step from, I guess, from Aaron, and Peter, Papa Carnivore. And what I do is I take my coffee, I make it in the little cup, or I buy it downstairs and bring it upstairs. But I make it in a little cup, and then I take a half to a whole cup of butter,
Oh
like a whole
yeah.
half a whole stick of butter, and I chop it up because it makes it easier. And I put it into a bigger cup. Yeah, I don't know if you ever see my money mug. Do you ever see the mug that?
Mhm.
Okay,
I love
I
it.
put I put in that because it's big enough, and I put the coffee in there, and then I have like a blender, like a handheld blender, and I put that in, and I blend it up, and it becomes like sort of like a latte, like a,
Love that.
like a butter latte, and it's so delicious. It's not even funny. It's just all frothy and all like creamy, and it's like I put cream in it and stuff, and you know, the only thing
Hmm.
missing out of it is some like whipped cream and some cinnamon. It would be the perfect,
Yeah.
you know,
Yum.
and everything. So I mean, it's just like, oh my god, you know.
Yeah, that
So
sounds very delicious.
yeah, I mean, I don't
Hmm.
have the whipped cream and cinnamon in my house, but I guess for a special occasion, it'd be worth it.
Hmm.
Other
Yeah,
things I
and
like. One
Whipped
thing that
creams.
since my birthday is I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to do it for my birthday or for January 1st. And I'll tell you why January 1st is such a big day to me. Um, I want to get tomahawk steak for my dinner, you know, with a candle in it, and I want to. I like to make the cheesecake that Bella put out with the crust and everything. I like to
Hmm.
make that and have that be my dessert.
Yeah.
January 1st is my 1 year anniversary of Carnival.
Wow. That's
So
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 cool.
I wanna I would like to. I'm putting out this out there. I'd like to get. I don't even want to do interview. I just want to have like kind of like a really good get together party of just celebrating my 1 year anniversary, and just bring people on and everything. So I like to do like a lot of my special friends and stuff like that. You know, so.
Yeah, I would totally come to that if I was invited. I
You
mean,
are
we,
you are invited. I mean, you're everybody's invited, but you're yeah. I mean, I'll probably have you come. That's definite. And then I'd like to. Um, I mean, I'm a little worried because I don't know how they would react. But my niece was actually pretty cool with it, so I'd like to do an open invitation for my family, my
yeah,
and
that'd
then
be so fun.
yeah, and just bring everybody together. Actually, my stepmom too. I guess I could include her. Um, I shouldn't say I guess I can include her. I probably will include her, like leave an opening for a couple, but still, I think I'm able to have like 12 people on here. I know Mitch can only have 10, but I think I can do 12. But that
I don't know.
depends on how good my stream is.
I don't know how well my computer would be able to handle 12 people, but I could try.
Well, I don't think it would affect your computer.
Okay.
Like your computer would just be the one person. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't
Mhm.
think it would really affect. But I probably won't have, you know, I mean, there are probably a few people I could ask and be like, "Oh, okay,"
Mhm.
but like you're my number one invite right now.
Thank.
But I mean, we just have to remember that my family doesn't know much about carnivore,
Oh
and
yeah.
like my brother-in-law is very skeptical when it comes to the cholesterol part of it, and so is
Oh
my
yeah.
sister probably. So they're probably going to be very, very like shocked. Let's put it that way. Like, oh,
Mhm.
will you, because so many people don't really, they just don't get it that like we've been lied to for so long. And I think, like if you think about it, there's something with the pride there. I think that's why a lot of doctors can't really go off it, because of, because it hits their pride. Like, hey, we fell for something that was so obvious, and, you know,
That's why. That's why I'm so glad that I live in a place where everyone supports me, my family supports me. Um, so that's amazing. The only thing is that I feel like my house managers and caregivers don't understand when I tell them that like I'm sensitive to certain ingredients, certain foods, like they impact my mood or cause a certain like physical pain or something if I eat a certain thing. Like if I try to tell them that uh maybe like when I used to have like almond flour or something. And if I had gone a long time without eating it, if I ate it, then like maybe my mood would go down or like certain sweeteners like sucralose would cause psychosis for me. And like I would like there was one time I tried this coffee creamer that had no sugar in it, but it had cellulose gum in it, and I was kind of worried about it. So, but I had a little bit of it, and then that night I got really depressed, and I tried to tell them about that, and I felt like they weren't really receptive. And recently, yesterday, I had like some eggs with some of my beef tallow. I think the beef tallow was bad because pretty immediately after I finished eating it, my wrist started to ache.
oh,
You know, yeah, and so I told them I think I might have reacted to it, and I felt like they didn't really believe me. They said, "Oh, well, it could have been how you were sleeping, could be the weather," and they do that a lot. Like that's what they'll typically do if I say I'm feeling a certain way because of what I ate. You know?
Well, a good way to test that out, probably, I would think, would be try to do eggs without the tallow. Like, try to do eggs by
Yep.
themselves. And then if you have the same reaction, then it might not be the tallow, it could be the egg white. Because a lot
Well,
of times, yeah, well,
I'm
no, like,
usually
usually
really
you
good with
can be
eggs.
usually good, but sometimes things come later on. It's
Oh, I
could be
see.
like a temporary effect or something like that. Because if you think about it, the egg whites can be problematic because that's pretty much the protection against the yolk. So there's like
Mm-hmm.
all this protection for the yolk and everything like that. So some people aren't always able to react well to it. So I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
like, there are tests that you can do that you can do on your own. Like, take the tallow away, just do the egg, and if you still have a reaction with the egg, then test out just eat the yolk. And if the
Mm-hmm.
yolk, I mean, yolks are usually pretty good. So then, hey, it's the egg whites that's giving me the problem. And you might just have to take a break from it. It might not be like something where you have to do it like permanently. You might just have to, like, maybe a week or so, 2 weeks, maybe a month at the most, and you just take a break from it. And because I get I get like a egg intolerance. Like, you have meat intolerance, like whatever you call it, when you can't stand meat anymore. I have the same thing with eggs. Like, I'll
Oh.
go and like I'll be like a couple weeks off the eggs, not eat them, and then I'm fine after that. And so you just never know.
Yeah.
So you know.
Well, the reason why I thought the tallow might be bad now is because I've had it for like about a week, and
Mm.
I had used salt when I made my burgers, and I guess putting seasonings into tallow can make the
Oh
shelf
yeah.
life shorter.
Oh, and the tallow is, yeah. You have a point that could be it. I'm
Mhm.
just saying it will give you some other indications too.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
I think the thing with carnivore too is it is an elimination diet. So when you add something in that's different, then you really notice if you are reacting to it. Because like typically I feel fine, you know.
Because
So
one thing I've learned about you, and tell me if I'm wrong, okay, but this is an impression I get of you. You like to experiment, right? Like, when something is, you like to see, well, why is this, like, why is this happening? You
mhm.
know, and which is a good thing. It allows you to deep diver. I think most carnivores now kind of like to experiment a little bit, and
Well, I
so
think
I'm just giving you something more to experiment. Don't just experiment on the beef tallow. Experiment with the eggs too. You know.
yeah. Well, I think it's more that not necessarily that I want to experiment. It's more like I really want to try something because it might taste good, and
Yeah.
then I might react to it and I'll really notice it. It's not like
Right.
I'm purposefully saying like I want to try this to see how my body reacts. It's more like that sounds
Mm,
really good. I want to try it.
right.
So,
Well, like I said, I don't think. Hi, feral grandma. Love by our handle. Okay. Cool. Carnivore Cash is actually in the building. So hello, Carnivore Cash. It's not that I didn't notice you. I just, I'm Lisa. Hello. It's always good to see Lisa. It's always good to see everybody. What am I talking about? We love everybody on this channel. So
hmm
except for the guy in the corner there. I don't like. So I don't know. So yeah, so I like to have a pretty good lineup if I can. So yeah, you're definitely invited because you definitely be a pretty good person for my 1 year anniversary. But
That'd be so
but
fun. Like I said.
there is a rule. Everybody has to have a tomahawk steak when I eat. So you have to get. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I can't afford that. And plus, I don't like steak. That's you.
I don't know if I can afford it, let alone
Probably like
and it's like
$100.
like what are they, like, 30 bucks for one steak or something like that?
I thought it'd be like 100 because they're
And you know
huge.
what? If it is, it is. I'll buy him for everybody. Anybody that comes on, I'll buy him a tomahawk steak. Yeah, right. Like, what do I look like, Rockefeller? You know? Oh wait, that's an old term, so you might not know that reference.
I know who Rockefeller is.
Yeah, cool.
I just took a history class too last semester, so I really.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, Lexi. Coughing.
You're fine.
Sorry.
Oh, why are you
That when
sorry?
I went like that, it meant like keep on talking. Like I was trying to keep on telling your story to everybody. Like, yeah.
You're good.
Does sellers help with mouth boredom? So
I think
somebody's
so.
mouth is bored. I I like seltzer.
Hmm.
Um, and Carnivore Cash misses having goats. So this is pretty cool. I like this. You know,
I still
maybe I should just make you my co-host from now on and just be on every time.
I don't think. Well, it's not. I guess I have time, but
I'm joking with you. I'm not. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, oh, I mean, you can if you want, but I'm just saying, like
I do enjoy your lives, so I try to
thank
go
you.
to all of them. But sometimes I'm at my sister's house. You know.
Don't blame your sister. No, I did not, Janet. What was your question?
I still haven't made my 30-day carnivore update video.
And how many days has it been since the 30-day update? Like,
So today is the 13th. It's been 3 or 4 days, I think, maybe 3 days.
oh, so you're okay. Well, you could go like this. I would make it as soon as possible.
I know.
But then when you make it, you could be like, oh my god, so many great things have happened to me in the 30 days that I almost missed the 30-day mark. You know,
I mean, it's true.
and just upplay that, like just look excited, like oh my god, you know,
I've
if
just
you
been
only
so
knew,
busy.
if you knew all the great things that happened to me, you know, or you could take the miserable approach and be like, you know, people, I have a life, okay, so you know, like, I'm sorry if I didn't do it right on the 30-day mark, but you know,
It's more that I've just been feeling overwhelmed, and like these interviews that are coming up with Dave Mack and Carrie have been like making me really anxious. Like they're at the end of the month and Dave Mack is on the 5th of next month. So it's like this waiting game. And I purposefully scheduled them that far out just because I was so nervous.
just to give
But
yourself time, right?
yeah,
I mean, when's Carrie's interview again? He's at the end of this month.
it's on the 29th, I think.
Oh, okay. At
So I
what
got some
time?
time. Huh?
At what time?
I think it's at 2. But
It
it's
might be
he's on.
it might be actually the same time as my last interview.
No way.
Yeah,
That sucks. I don't want to miss it.
yeah. I'm sorry.
I could just watch the replay.
I could double check it. Let me call Google and get my calendar to come up.
That is weird.
Google Calendar. Oh, help if I put this speaker on. Google Calendar. And it's probably like, why are you talking to me for? You didn't press any buttons to talk to me. I think Terry Sue says that she thinks that Dr. Berry's right with 90 days. Your system needs that time. I
I
agree.
agree.
Okay, so Lash is. Oh no, Lash is later. Lash is at 5.
Perfect. I won't miss it
Neither
then.
will I. Oh wait, I'm going to be there, so yeah, I won't miss it. That was a bad joke.
A bad joke.
So I mean, so far we're doing pretty well with. I'm not like cutting out or anything. At least I don't see myself cutting out.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm going to put into the
Hope you're
chat.
good.
If anybody else wants to join, just see if having a few more people will make things. Like let's test the waters,
Funky.
people. All right, even if you just
Mm-hmm.
come on and make faces, I don't care. Thomas has whooping cough. Choky choke. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think that's a bad thing.
I don't know. Well, choky choky. I wasn't sure what choky choky meant. QQ embarrassed to ask this, but is ribs part of rib eye steak as ribs come in racks?
um,
Well,
I think
for
they're
me,
indifferent.
no.
Hmm.
Me, prime rib is actually its own meat in itself. It's a prime rib, you know. So, but a lot of people do confuse me with ribeye for some reason. I don't know why. I guess they just believe that ribeyes are the only thing out there, and there's no other kind of meats. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my thing actually, I think I've mentioned before, and if I have, doesn't matter. You guys will hear it again. Um, Pri Target Prime was a book that I
Hmm.
actually started as a kid when I was like 16,
Hmm.
and it grew quite a bit. And I did it for about 2 years. And unfortunately, and you can relate to this, I think, Lexi, and probably some others too can relate to this. I had a family member, two family members, that actually called me crazy, said that I needed to go into a mental institution, and they did as a joke, but it kind of got into my head,
Yep.
and so I stopped writing, stopped doing all that stuff. So Target Prime, like I still have the drawings, I still have some of the writings and everything like that, but me going forward with it past died, and I recently just got inspired to actually start it up again, but I want to finish the coaching class first before I do that, and which things are starting to roll into my head again. But it was full of mutant drawings and just different characters I had in it and stuff like that. It's very sci-fi, and so it's coming back. So Target Prime is that, and then Rib is just we've all heard of Prime Rib, you know. So I just was like, okay, this would make a perfect carnivore name, Target Prime Rib. But also coincidentally, the Christmas before my first day doing all this, when I came up with the name, I had prime rib for Christmas.
Cool.
So, all right, can we guess who's coming on the scene?
Lisa!
Uh,
Hi, Lisa!
I figured I'd try it out. Let's see if
yeah,
it works.
we need to test the waters. I mean,
Yes.
it's the only way. They're probably like, why is he on again? He's always on. God, why don't
Now
you
I've
just
seen you
either
guys
that or they're
growing. I was
thinking,
like,
why didn't he just try to be like Rick and just do a whole 9-hour live stream? You know,
because you can't hold your bladder like Rick, right?
I don't think anybody could do that.
No. I think he's
Well,
secretly wearing
well,
a depend.
Rick would just
Yeah.
leave Rick would
Lisa.
just leave the building.
What'd you say, Tom?
I said Rick would just leave the building. He would just be like, if he had to go to the bathroom, he would just like, okay, I'm going to be gone for about an hour. I'll be right back. Which I worry about him if he's gone for an hour, but
Yeah. Maybe an iguana got him.
And I blame the iguana of all the torture that he's given them and everything. Did I ever show you guys the drawing I did for Rick or no?
No.
Let me see if I have it. It's just give me a couple seconds. It's in my drawer, though. It's not far from me, but
I remember watching Rick when he opened up the fridge and that iguana was in there. I was like, Lord have mercy.
I'm sure the iguanas thought the same thing.
I bet they did.
All right.
I want to. I want to see him actually catch one. I wonder, does he have a video
I
of
think
that?
he does. I think he did a video where he caught one.
I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah, I think he did.
I know when I would go to Florida, they had like the real little lizards, and I was petrified of them. I couldn't even imagine an iguana. I would be. I'm like a big old chicken.
I don't even like squirrels. Like,
You guys see it?
Okay, I like squirrels. I just don't want them to come near me.
I can't see it, Thomas.
I kind of see it.
Yeah, I see it a little bit. I'll have to look at it on the big screen. I'm looking at.
Yeah, let me open up my big screen so I can see it more.
Oh, maybe if I put my big screen on. I'm just going to lose the chats, that's all.
Whose screen's bigger?
Mine is. There it is right there.
I see it. That's so cute.
There's a duck riding an iguana.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't paint it or anything like that. I just penciled it. So I just,
Here,
when I first started,
pull it closer. Pull it closer to the camera so I can fully see it. Okay, I see a wing. It's too close. Now it's too far away. Right there. Right there we go. Now I see it more. So a duck riding an iguana?
Yep.
Oh.
Love it.
And of course, Rick's first impression was that's a pretty big iguana because they're not really that big for ducks to ride them. Usually ducks are a lot bigger than the iguana. So. Now I can't find... Oh, wait, I found it. Never mind. I was going to say, I can't really see what the chats say. Not that it really matters because I can never follow the chats anyway.
Yeah, they go so fast.
You're not kidding me. I mean, even if I had a moderator, you still need a speed reader. You know?
Yeah. When I'm in, I try my hardest to follow everybody.
I mean, when I found out that Carrie doesn't have a moderator, I was like, what?
Wow.
How do you not have, of all the people, how does Carrie not have a moderator?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wow, you know.
Yeah, I wonder, does Steak and Butter Gal, do they have moderators?
Oh God, yeah.
Are there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Those are like the highlighted people, right? With the little wrenches.
Yeah. Well, moderators usually have the wrench.
Yeah.
They're usually like when I'm on Kilts, I'm a moderator.
Yeah.
I have a wrench in my name. Does but Kilts has a lot of moderators. Lewis is a moderator.
Mm-hmm.
Papa Carnivore is a moderator. CB is a moderator.
Yes.
There's quite a few, and then Alia and Dr. Nelson are all moderators technically.
Yeah.
So I mean, Carrie, that's what I kind of thought. I thought Carrie just had everybody that's on the panel with him be a moderator. Like everybody.
You have to have Terry Sue should be your moderator. She's really good at following, and Sandy.
She is. They all are.
Yeah.
But the thing is I need to leave some people not to be moderators, and you know. So yeah.
They can just pretend. Just pretend like they are.
I think everybody would be pretty good. You know. It's just, I would need somebody that can like be on it like with me for the most part. You know. So it's probably good to choose more than one. So then if one of them can't make it on one of my lives.
But what is a moderator? What does that really mean?
Basically what it is they would follow the chats, and they would probably like there would be a way for them to tap my shoulder, so to speak, and tell me, hey, there's a question in the chats or something like that, or they could answer the question themselves if they knew how I would answer it, if they kind of knew me.
Oh, okay.
And,
I see.
You know, and then follow the etiquette, and they would also have the power to kick anybody off. If there was a troll, they would be able to kick that person off. So,
yes.
which is a lot of fun, you know.
The trolls can be entertaining sometimes, though. I remember when you did
Can
that
be, but
little live.
I think some trolls kind of go a little too far. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Oh,
goes up.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Causes
yeah.
conflict.
Which I
Makes
think
it.
we all know what I mean by that. You know,
Oh,
but
yeah. Yeah. That was a little mental for
that's
me.
that's that was a little extreme. I mean, I
Yeah.
know I don't know how you got it. I don't know how you worked, Lexi, but I know you left, and I got really worried
Yeah.
because when you
I
said that you
left
weren't going
too.
to be going on live streams anymore, I was like, oh, I don't want to lose Lisa in my channel, you know,
Yeah.
because I am a
Oh,
live stream. So,
were you talking about the Rick live
yeah,
stream
Mm,
yesterday?
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that was stressful.
yeah.
I just
And I
get
know
real, I get
Aaron,
emotional. I just care
yeah,
about people, and I didn't think that that was helping anyone. I mean, I know everybody has the right to their opinion, but I just I I just want people to know about carnivore, and I don't care who tells the story. I mean, I don't know. I still struggle with, you know, feeling unseen, or, I don't even know how to explain it. I
no, I
when
mean
I
you don't really
Lexi,
have
when
to
I
because I
hear,
understand completely what you're talking about. It's just like you just want people to know what you how you feel,
yeah,
basically.
it's just it's I guess when you've dealt with mental issues for so long that you just want to see everybody get along.
That's
It's
exactly
just
what I
like
was just thinking.
you just want peace. You just want, like they always say, we have carnivores zen. Well, I mean, let's let's practice that. Let's show that. Let's show that, we don't get butt hurt, and we just love
Yeah.
one
I mean,
another. And
I have my thoughts and my opinions that I'm not going to really say here
oh,
because you know.
yeah. I
But
just
It it felt like they were kind of just going around in a circle, and it's like I
yeah.
felt like they weren't really hearing each other, and I felt
Yeah.
so sad. I was like, I love you both. Like, please don't
Yeah.
argue.
I, I
That's how
know,
I
and
felt.
I feel the same way. You know, I was like, okay, you know,
Yeah,
like,
Mhm.
I think every one of us felt the same way. I think every one of
Mhm.
us felt that you know,
yeah.
like we love Carrie and we
Yeah.
love Rick. You
Yeah.
know, and you know, I mean, I will say this. Okay, I won't say the exacts, but I feel like there was like it was I don't know like I think it's always been expressed. Like Rick's never been secret about how he feels,
Yeah.
and no one. It was like sort of like okay, that's your opinion and that's fine. But then it kind of got enhanced in a certain way.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think that's where the problems started. That's where the problems happened. So it was like almost like it was being cheered on, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Um,
some people in the comments. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, if it was just kept simple and it was just like, okay, this is Rick's opinion. He doesn't think it's
Yeah.
going to really be successful. That's fine. Rick probably said some things that he shouldn't have, and Carrie probably reacted the way he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's granted, but like it was like sort of like okay, but there was never any like he said, you know, it was I don't
Yeah.
know. It just seems like there was a
Well,
third party that kind of was like
yeah.
let's let you know like you know those people like that will be like they'll go like I'll go to you Lisa and I'll be like Lexi said this about you
Yeah.
you know
No.
and then like you'll just be like you'll get a little upset with Lexi and then I'll go to
Yeah.
Lexi and be like oh well Lisa's saying this about you and
Oh.
that's kind of what it felt like. It felt like there was this like in
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
you know thing that was going on
Yeah,
and
that's why I said it was like I just felt like I was in high school again, and I wasn't in any of the cliques. I felt like,
yeah
oh my goodness, I love both of these people. I mean, I feel a connection with Rick and Carrie, and it's like,
yeah,
oh, I just felt for both of them. But, you know, if one sees you over here and this one's, I just felt like high school all over again. It's
well you
like,
know I can go even worse than high school. It felt like grammar school.
yeah, yeah,
You know, it felt like we were like a bunch of 10-year-olds, you know,
yeah.
and
And it's
you know,
sad because we're all, I mean, we're all grown-ups here.
I see the byline. Somebody saying that. Oh, we love our Thomas. Cool. I
Oh
love you too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah,
appreciate
this
that.
is the safe place. This is safe here.
I'm trying to keep it safe,
Yeah,
but
please do. I like it here. It's cozy.
Me too.
oh, okay. I should like change my outlook and like have like a big recliner and just sit like all relaxed.
Oh no, then you'll look like Rick's new studio.
Oh, that's true. Um, well,
You got to be original.
I'll get. Yeah, that's true. Then, I don't know. Well, I could dress. I could like put like a cardigan sweater and like a bow tie on or something like that.
I think you need to have a dartboard behind you, and that like you just turn around and when you're like, this is the
Oh,
point.
that'd be so cool if I could hit the target every time. Target
Yes.
prime rib.
Hey, practice makes perfect.
It'd
It
be
would be
funnier.
really funny if you just went like.
That's what I mean.
It'd be
Like,
funnier if you missed.
Hopefully your roommate don't walk in the room. You get him right in the forehead.
well, I hope he doesn't walk in my room. I locked the door, so I'd be really worried. Like, how the hell did you get in here? Actually, we were talking earlier when I was doing the thing. This is kind of a sad note, but just kind of connects, I guess, a little bit. They were asking me if I had security cameras, and so I told the story a little bit about my old roommate, my alcoholic roommate. She used to actually, when I was in the hospital, I had suspicion, and I put a camera in my room, and found out that she would actually go in my room and look around my room
Wow.
while I was in the hospital.
Wow.
So how I got her to stop was I actually was in my room. I called her on the phone,
Mm.
and I have a question to ask you. I said, did you find what you're looking for in my room?
Wow.
Dang.
How the hell do you know? Like what? I'm not in the room. I go, yeah, you are. You're wearing this, and
Wow.
and you're staggering in my room, and you're going through my closet. Yeah, you're here. I see you.
Wow.
Dang.
So
That's
yeah, I don't have the camera anymore because I don't have any reason to go to the hospital anymore.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank goodness. Yes. I mean, there's some things I might have to get done, but most of them are out of. I mean, I'm supposed to get a colonoscopy, but I've been supposed to be getting it since I was 46, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be 53 in September. So that's
Yeah. How much
keep on
are
putting it off. What was that?
I was wondering how much our diets change because I used to have to go get colonoscopies like every 3 years, and then the last one, the polyps weren't precancerous; they were just regular polyps. So now they say every 5 years, and I'm just wondering, eating this way, will I not have polyps any longer?
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't
Yeah,
doubt it.
I really
You know,
don't want to have to go get
I don't
one.
feel that there's a problem.
Yeah,
Um,
it
or
is
anything.
probably.
And then also my bottom tooth, if I have to get that replaced, I don't think that's the hottest day either. That would be really sad. Like like sorry, sir, but we have to admit you into the hospital because you got to get a new tooth put into your mouth. So
Uh,
that'd be weird. Just knock me out and give me a new tooth, whatever. Or
yeah.
take. So, I mean, as long as it's a back teeth, don't really bother me that much because at least no one sees. So I'm not sure if Lexi's frozen or not because she. Oh,
I think she's reading the chat.
Yeah, I was reading the chat.
Yeah.
okay.
Just trying to keep up.
See, I do that all the time too. Like I'll just like sit still for a while in a weird pose, and then people think I'm frozen.
Strike a pose.
Yeah, I just kind of something like that.
So how's your blood sugar, Thomas?
Right now, 96.
Good. So did you have to take insulin today?
I
I know
did. Yeah.
you did.
Yeah. I took it
Huh.
twice.
What
I
do
took
you
it.
think? Why do you think it's going up? Is there something different you're eating or?
Probably cortisol. It's probably a little bit of the stress.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean the worry. The heat, this cold, whatever I
Oh,
have, this bad cough.
yeah.
That's probably 90% of it. The fact I get it, actually, with all this going on, the fact that I have it going down so much quicker is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I actually went out twice today. I got the same thing. I got, excuse me, I got roast beef with some fresh mozzarella and some pepperoni. So
Ooh.
one of these days, going back on the lion diet, and
Yeah.
because obviously the pepperoni and the fresh mozzarella is not part of that. But
Yeah.
I think I just wanted to treat myself. And
I like
I,
when.
you know,
Oh.
no, you were
Oh,
saying.
I was just gonna say when I read in the chat, CB, he'll say like the lion diet, but spell lying. Like I'm lying what I'm
Oh
eating.
yeah, I saw that. I saw
It's
that.
so funny. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
oh well, I'm on the lion diet too because I eat the butter, the beef. I don't. I usually
Well,
just do butter and beef and
I used to say in
eggs.
my chats before I did the lion diet, I said, well, I can't be on the lion diet because I always have a tendency to tell the truth.
There you go. Gotta be truthful.
But you'd be surprised how many people actually got that joke. Like,
Zero.
yeah. I mean, the people who probably got that joke would probably be people out in the chats now, like Terry Sue, Sandy,
Yes.
you know.
I think
But when
us
I said, like, I said it one time
carnivores.
on Bella's channel,
Mhm.
and there was no response to Bella. It was like,
I
So
think
I
it's
missed
funny.
it. I missed it because I was reading the comments. But are you still doing the lion diet, Tom?
well, no, for the past couple of days I haven't been doing it, but I think I'm gonna go back onto it. It did make me feel better.
Yeah.
It's just every once in a while, you know what it is when you get stressed, when you kind of go through like stress,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of want that treat, and my
Yep.
treat is cheese.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
then for some reason yesterday, like 3 times, people kept on mentioning pepperoni and cheese.
Ooh.
So I was like, oh god,
Was
and
it
I had
Sandy? It's
probably. Oh, Sandy does
yeah,
that one.
because I seen her mention that before.
Yeah, but no, it was before. Like she mentioned it after I even said about the pepperonis.
Okay.
A couple other times, like during the SBG meet, and just everybody, like different people were like, "Yeah, I had pepperoni and cheese yesterday." Shut up, And I'm trying to do a fast, so I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay,
It's
I'm not.
so hard. I think fasting's hard. I'll get to 2 days and they always say do three and I'm like, I give
I
up by the end of the second day.
2 days is good.
I
Yeah.
used to be able to. The most I did on purpose is 5 days.
Yeah.
Operative word being on purpose. The longest I did by accident was 9.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But that was by accident. I do not recommend you do it by accident. I recommend that you do have some knowledge that you're doing
Yeah.
it. You know. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, it's good not to have to think about it, but at the same time, you do want to kind of get your mind into it. You
Yeah.
know. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys heard the story or not. So when I was really bad, you guys heard the story about my back, right? About finding out about the infection.
That moved to
No,
that you were like paralyzed, right?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
yeah.
no, I
Um.
haven't heard this
Okay.
story.
Okay. So what happened was it's kind of long winded, but that's fine. It's my show, and I can take as long as I want.
Yeah.
Um. So after I got out of the hospital, after I got out of rehab, from having my foot starting to heal, my after having the toes and everything like that, um, I was in a wheelchair still, and I was having a really bad back pain, and I thought it was from the wheelchair that was at the hospital and the bed. I thought it was like just from being in a bad bed in a bad hospital. So I go to the hospital, and they gave me a pain pill, or not a pain pill. They gave me a pain IV, Tylenol IV, right into my arm, and said this is going to go through your blood system a lot faster. So I go. Sorry if I have to like my brain kind of like Swiss cheese. I guess I feel like Quantum Leap, and I don't know if you guys get the reference or not, but um, you got to watch the show. So, but I pretty much they gave me the medication, and I go to the nurse, and I said to the nurse, I said, "Well, how fast is this supposed to work?" And she goes, "Well, you should be fine now. It should be pretty instantaneous. The pain pill should go right through your system." So I said, "Well, I still feel pain. I still feel a lot of pain." So, and I'm shortening the stories a little bit because obviously I wasn't just there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And she goes to me with a straight face, "Well, we can't do anything because we've already discharged you. We've already filled out the papers."
Wow.
So I looked at her and I said, literally, she just gave me a look. And I said to her, I said, "So if I was having a heart attack right now, you would tell me that I have to come back tomorrow in order to get help from the heart attack? Like, I'm here. Why don't you just check out and see what the pain was? Obviously, the pain pills do not help. See why I'm having pain. Simple as that." So I didn't argue anymore. I just kind of said, "Okay, fine." So I went home. Um, they picked me up. They gave me because I was in a wheelchair. So, and I brought the wheelchair in, so they had to give me a ride. Okay. Second time I went in, I had to call them to pick me up, and they couldn't do the wheelchair this time. So I had to go into a gurney, and I was able to walk a little bit, but I wasn't supposed to walk. Let's put it more that way. Like I could walk. I was okay to walk. I wasn't like in the pain yet, fully, but I really wasn't supposed to put any weight on my feet. So that's why I was in a wheelchair for that at that time. And the second time I go in, I tell them I wasn't going to the bath. I hadn't been to the bathroom in like 5 days.
Wow.
And I didn't know too much. I knew about carnivore and everything like that, but I didn't know about the poop talk and all that stuff. And they actually, they actually unwrapped my foot because they wanted to see what my foot looked like. They kept it open, kept it unwrapped. I was in there for again, I'm shortening the story a little bit. They was in there for 16 hours. I thought I had to use the bathroom. Maybe the nurse just made me think I had to use it or something. And I had to wrap the foot up myself, take the
Wow.
old bandage, wrap the foot up myself, get into a wheelchair that I saw nearby to get to the bathroom because I could walk a little bit, but long distances probably would have been 5 minutes. So I got the wheelchair, went to the bathroom, went back, stayed in the wheelchair because it was just a lot easier to stay in the wheelchair. I was in there for about an hour, maybe a little bit less. And the security guard comes, and the doctor points over to me and says, "Yeah, he's one of them." That's all I heard her say. He takes me, wheels me outside, and says, "Okay, you go home now.
Wow.
You're done."
Wow.
Doesn't look at me or anything. Totally ignores me. So obviously, I don't want to go in there anymore. But I actually was like, you know what? I need to complain about this. So I called up the administration, made a complaint. Don't know exactly what I said, but made a complaint about the whole thing. Go in a third time. This time, I am totally unable. I can hardly sit in a chair. Like sitting right now, how I'm sitting would have been totally painful for me. I would have been tears in my eyes, and I just couldn't stand up. And I got in there, like literally, I was so bad. People had to pull me up in the bed. Like I was at that point where I couldn't go to the bathroom anymore. Nothing. Okay.
Wow.
And the doctor finally, after me complaining and everything like that, this doctor actually gave me an MRI and said, "We're going to be very gentle with you. We know it's painful, but we need to test this out and everything. I said, I don't care what you do, just as long as we find the answers.
Yeah.
Did the MRI, did the CAT scan, and I'm not sure which test gave them the answers, but they found a MRSA infection inside my spine,
Wow.
and that was what was causing the not being able to walk. Now, I probably would be a lot better if they checked it to begin with.
Wow.
So yeah. So going back a little bit, so when I was like, and believe it or not, this all happened on September 19th. So when I went to the hospital, guess what day it was when I went into the hospital?
It was your birthday.
September 20th. Yes.
Wow.
So that was my birthday 2 years ago. It was celebrating in the hospital.
Sucks.
But during this time, I always believe that fasting helps with healing. So
Yeah.
it helps with the autophagy and everything. So when
Yeah.
I was going through my problem of, on the second time, like around like in between the first and second time, I decided fast.
Yeah.
So I did a 4-day fast.
Mhm.
Well, the thing is, when I finally went to the hospital, my podiatrist wanted to make sure I didn't have an infection in my foot. So, and he didn't want to just do an X-ray. He wanted to go in and make sure that there was no infection in the foot. So I had to go into the OR and get the foot opened up and him look at the bone and everything. And if there was a problem, then I would get whatever was done. And the thing is, I don't know if many people know this or not, but when you usually go into an OR, you have to do what's called, I think it's an NPO or NPR. I forget the exact lettering.
Nothing by mouth.
But yes, and you're not supposed to eat any solid foods or
Oh.
drink.
Okay.
So add on the 4 or 5 days of me fasting, and normally it's only 12 hours, but they were backed up for an extra day. So for 36 hours, I had to do no food, no like dry fasting.
Yeah.
And then after I got out, I was so sick I threw up the food for the rest of the time. So for 9 days, technically.
Gosh. That's horrible.
So that I mean that's and now I'm here telling
Yeah.
my story.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
At least you can walk now. Like you weren't permanently in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
I mean, lucky for me, I did heal,
Yeah.
and part of it could be time. The antibiotic helped out stuff, but yeah, I probably would not have been so bad. Like I probably would have had less antibiotic, and everything, and I had to do the PICC line and everything. I don't know if you guys ever heard of PICC line before, but I had to do the PICC line and all that stuff. So it's not
Wow.
pleasant.
No.
And that's why I want people on here to tell their stories, because
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that happened with me was I was sort of shut it up. Like when I was trying to talk about how I felt. A lot of I know they didn't mean to. I think what they were trying to do was they thought that me talking about it upset me, and it was sometimes you need to get it out. Sometimes you need to talk about what's making you a little angry.
Yeah.
And and everything. And that was the biggest thing. So once my roommate left, once I didn't have to deal with her anymore,
Yeah.
and I just decided one day, what happened was I decided one day to email Kerry Mann
Oh.
and tell him my story. And I wasn't into the chats or anything yet, but
Yeah.
I emailed him my story, and he responded back and said about oh, this you can do such a struggle, you're such a strong, the typical,
Yeah.
Typical Carrie response, which is very nice, And about, I would say, maybe a few weeks later, technically on December 31st, I decided, well, January 1st, I looked at my thing and I said, you know what, this is going to be a new year. So I'm going to try to go at least to 3 months with not a beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. I'm going to try to do the beef eating. Now that didn't last, but I still stayed carnivore.
Yeah.
And and everything. So then I went again on Carrie's channel, and this time I actually went into the chats. I figured I on my phone, I was TV and my phone at the same time, answering, and Carrie answered a question. I made some kind of comment about his daughters, a good comment, like, oh, they're very inspiring or whatever. But I accidentally called um, Alyssa Allison, his one daughter. Like it came up in the chats, like it auto corrected for some reason. I don't know why. And so he made a joke like, "Oh, her name's not the," like it was like this smoky look, and it was just funny the way he said it. And I tease him every once in a while about that. So he was like, "Whoa, it's not this." It's like he sort of sounded like Harrison Ford, like the, I don't talk like that, and and then I won the Healing Humanity. I won the membership for that one month,
Oh, nice.
and um, and I'm glad to pay it because I think the documentary is a good thing. And even if not everybody listens to it, I think it's still. I think the more we have about our thing, the
Yeah.
better off we are. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if anybody.
What
You
I
know,
like about the
10 years down the
documentary.
line, I think it's a perfect thing. I'm sorry, Lisa. What were you saying?
Oh, no, I was just going to say what I like about the idea about his documentary is it's going to be people's stories. That way, when, you know, I'm sitting there yakety schmackety to somebody, I can also say, hey, here's this you can watch, other than just, I can point them to a YouTube channel, but if you have it all in one, which this is going to
Yeah,
be,
yeah. I
maybe
mean,
it'll
I
help
think
someone.
I 120,000% agree with you.
Yeah.
But I also think too. I think like all like I think this is going to be the first carnivore completely story, except for Animal. Animal was carnivore based,
Yeah.
and I think the more stories we have, the better.
Yeah.
And that's sort of why I do what I do. I want the
I'd like,
stories.
so I'd like to share something with you guys. I didn't talk about this during our interview, Tom, but I think it's important to share just after you told your story about how the emergency department and the hospital treated you so terribly.
Mhm.
So during my psychotic episode in 2017, I knew something was wrong with me, but I didn't know what it was. And so I kept calling 911, and I also would have moments where I I was smoking a lot of weed too, marijuana, and every time I would smoke, I'd have like my symptoms would get worse and I'd like freak out. And so when that would happen, like the ambulance would come and get me, the police would get me, I'd be brought to the emergency room in the psych ward, like the smaller psych ward where they kind of initially intake you. And um or like I'd just be in the emergency department room and I'd be freaking out, and eventually I'd calm down. And when I calmed down, I'd be exhausted, and so I'd fall asleep. Well, there were a few times where the nurses and doctors would come in and they'd be mad at me for falling asleep and they'd kick me out. They'd be like, "Yeah, you gotta go. Like, you're just sleeping, blah, blah, blah." Knowing something was wrong. And like once they found
Yeah.
out I'd either drink or smoked marijuana, they would just assume that everything was because of that. They
Yeah.
didn't think like, oh, something real might be happening. Like she might have mental problems that are happening. They
Yeah.
just dismissed me. And also, since like I would just call 911 and have them bring me to the emergency room anyways, so like other times. And it got to a point where like because I'd call 911, they'd bring me to the psych ward. I'd want to smoke a cigarette, so I'd ask to leave, and they couldn't hold me like involuntarily because technically, according to them, I wasn't a danger to myself or other people, and so
Mm.
they had to let me go. And I just kept going back to this one like local hospital that I live by, and the emergency department started to get irritated with me, like they would just kick me out. And it's like I would be clearly psychotic and
Yeah.
they just they didn't want to help. So, and I mean, I could see how, since I keep asking to leave as soon as I get there, or not as soon as I get there, I'd be there probably for a few hours waiting to talk to whoever social worker, whoever they wanted me to talk to. But again, I'd want to leave. So I could see how that'd be irritating. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. And
But
after my, what'd you say?
I was just going to say, but that's sad. Just because you were self-medicating, they couldn't see that you were struggling.
Exactly. And like,
Yeah.
and yeah, I just remember when the first night that I freaked out, that was the night that I left my ex. This was in the beginning of my episode when I was still with him. And um, I had left him that morning, went to my sister's. It was a toxic relationship. So I was very attached to him. So by the end of the night, I went back to him and we smoked a little bit of marijuana. We drank. And then something happened where I got really scared and paranoid, and I
Yeah.
just left the house. I left with like just a sweatshirt on, no pants, and like drove to the nearest gas station because I was terrified that he was going to kill me. And
Yeah.
he wasn't going to. I mean, things were escalating, but he probably
Yeah.
wasn't going to.
Yeah.
But and so I get to that gas station. I asked them to call 911. They bring me to the hospital, and a police officer comes in and he asked me if I had done any drugs. And I said a little bit, yes. And he just walked out. And I
Didn't
fell
care.
asleep. I fell asleep, and then I got woken up very rudely by the nurse, and she's like, "Okay, you have to go." And they kicked me out. So it was just a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then eventually, finally, like, I had one day, this is at the, like, near, because like I had an episode for about 6 or 7 months, how long it lasted, and that's like throughout that whole time, going back and forth from my sister's house to the emergency room, back to my sister's house, and it was a mess. But what's my point? I forgot what my point was. I'm sorry. What was I
It'll come
saying?
back. It'll come
Um,
back.
Oh yeah, the one day. So there was one day finally where I was hanging out with my ex best friend from high school. I hadn't seen her in years. It was me, her, my sister, and a couple other people. We and at this point, I thought the world was ending. I thought I was Jesus and that I needed to die for people's sins. And I was just a mess. We smoked marijuana and I freaked out again. And I told my sister she needed to bring me to the emergency department because one of the times I went to the ER, I lost my purse and it had all my medications in them. And my brain was telling me that I needed to get those pills so I could overdose on them to save the world. And so that day, finally, my sister, she had been kind of asking more questions as time went on, noticing that there was something wrong,
Yeah.
but she didn't understand. But that day, finally, I was telling her, like, hey, I have to die, blah, 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 all that. And she brought me to the emergency room. Obviously, like, they didn't have my purse, but like she went there with the intention of me being hospitalized. And finally, they listened and like they saw how much I was freaking out and that I was suicidal, based like technically suicidal, even though my sick brain thought that I was
Yeah.
doing it to save the world. But
Yeah.
they finally were able to hold me involuntarily. Thank God, because that was a long time of psychosis
Mhm.
where I was just
Yeah.
terrified all day, every day, and like I'm sorry I'm going on and on for so
Oh
long.
no.
No, go on, go on.
So, yeah, I was finally hospitalized and stayed there for 5 weeks. That part I talked about in our interview, Tom. But yeah, it was a long road, and I'm very grateful that
Well,
I was
you'd
finally.
be surprised how much I left out when I did my interviews with Dave Mack and stuff like that. I didn't. I told as much as I could, but you're only get. This is one of the reasons why I give the 2 hours to people,
Yeah.
because usually in most interviews, like a lot of people will go to me, and I get it. That not like a lot of people's attention spans are going to go less than, they're not going to go on for 2 hours or whatever. But I just felt that people need, you need more time. So that's why I gave that amount of time so you could tell as much as you want. And it's obvious that you had, like you took the 2 hours, just like Helen did. Helen went over 2 hours. Helen was like 2 hours and 20 minutes, and some of us can tell the story. Some of us has a lot to say. Some of us it's broken up, but, like there were things that that I didn't really, because it was a speed round, it was like, not that I regret going, it's just, you can go into the bullet points like, okay, well, I kind of want to tell this part of the story. I kind of want to tell this part of the story, and everything. So, no, I'm glad you're telling it. I'm glad
Yeah.
Terry
like I
just made
said,
a
the whole
Can I say
reason,
this?
yeah, sure. The one right here with the cops.
Yep, that just reminded me of one of the times where I had like I said, I smoked marijuana and I had a freak out moment. The police brought me to this hospital, a different hospital, to the emergency room. I was in the room with, I don't remember everything that happened because I wasn't coherent, just because I was so psychotic. But I just remember at one point I was on the hospital floor and I was like terrified, and I just remember there were so many cops in the room, all the doctors and nurses were in the room, and I just, like, it felt like their eyes were like knives or like needles in my skin. Like it felt so intense, and I like was crying and I was like, "Please stop staring at me." And I looked up and they were all still staring at me. No mental health training at all, trying to diffuse the situation. But I freaked out. I ended up throwing a chair and they were on me. And I just remember all the police were on top of me, like handcuffing me, and
Oh,
I couldn't breathe. Like they had their knee on my back, and I was freaking out. And I remember they pulled me up, and they had like my cuffs were on. I had cuffs on, and they were behind my back, and they were like twisting my hands. Like my hands were like this. Oh, sorry. They were like this, and they were twisting them upwards, and it was so painful. I I don't remember what happened next, but I do remember being in the back of a police car, and I was saying all kinds of nonsense. I remember that, and they were laughing at me. So, and then I think I calmed down and they brought me somewhere, maybe a cell or something. It's so blurry, but I fell asleep, and then the next morning I have no idea what happened next, but the judge dropped the charges, obviously, because I was psychotic. So, but
Yeah.
that was pretty traumatic. The whole episode was very traumatic.
Yeah, how sad that they need better training for mental illness,
Oh
because
yeah,
to treat you like you were,
like a criminal,
like
you
you're
know,
nothing. Yeah,
that's horrible.
yeah. I'm
especially
sorry
with
to hear.
drugs. Like they would just treat me like a drug addict who was
Yeah.
homeless and was just looking for food or something. Like, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, and here you were the one calling for help. It doesn't even make any sense. It shows their lack of training and their lack of sympathy, because
yep.
I mean, I don't care if you were smoking pot. I mean, it's just pot, for goodness sake. And the lack of training, the lack of sympathy, the world is just, don't even get me started on that. You
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
deserve
that
so much
shouldn't really
more, so
change.
much
Like
more.
you were hurting,
Yeah.
and that should, like, just because you're smoking pot shouldn't be like, well, she's smoking pot, so
Yeah.
it's not hurting. It's like that's
Yeah.
stupid.
That they
Do you
should
ever
have
think that
been
she was
taught that
smoking pot
that's
because she's
self-medication.
hurting?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Would you say, John?
Sad.
I'm just saying. I mean, like these stupid people. Do you ever think that maybe that's why you were smoking, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
you were going through pain, and
Yeah.
like,
This was
hey, instead of judging her, why don't you help
Yeah.
her?
this was 2017 though. Things are a lot different now for sure.
Mm.
This was way before weed was ever legalized,
That's true.
and so
That's
it
true.
had
Oh,
so much
yeah.
more stigma then. And so yeah, I don't know. It was horrible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um,
I'm so
I'm at a
glad.
loss. So I mean, that's why I do all this, because I want people to tell their story. Like one of the things that happened, like when all that happened to me, being quiet, made quiet. It's but ever since I did carnivore, I was allowed to talk. I was allowed to, I mean, there's times when I didn't feel like I was being listened to, but I was still allowed to talk.
Yeah.
um, you know, and in my videos, and a few people came on, and a few people, and then one day I'm like, you know what? My roommate, my brother-in-law, my roommate said, you know what? Erin has a name to her channel, and so does this person, so does this person. We should do it. We should like, what do we call your people that watch you? And I'm thinking, there's not that really many people. So I made a vote in there, and I think at the time I only had like maybe 10 people on my channel. And Erin was one of them, and Erin came up with riblets.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
And, you know, so, I mean,
Want ribs.
so we all have the riblet. We're all riblets,
Yeah.
you know. I guess I'm more the ribmeister, but, like everything.
You're the prime rib.
I'm the prime rib, yes. And Carnivore Cash is saying giblets. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Maybe giblets.
What's giblets? Oh, he said it meant riblets. Okay. Yeah.
Typo. Happens to
You,
me.
I'm sorry, Cash, but usually riblets start with an R, not a G. But who am I to say that? And don't blame autocorrect on that one. We all know. Oh God.
Yeah,
So
that
I mean,
autocorrect.
yeah. So you never heard the story, Lexi, before?
Never heard what?
The story that I
Of
just
yours?
told? Yeah.
Mm-mm. I've never heard it. No. Well, I did. I watched your interview with Dante Ferrigno, but I didn't remember that part. Maybe I didn't watch the whole thing. I'm not
I
sure.
might not.
But
I didn't. Like I said, some things get left out, and certain things, like not everything is always like 100%, carbon copied. So maybe I didn't mention it on Dante's. Maybe not to full extent. I don't
Mhm.
know. To me, that's a pretty big story, but a lot of people focus more on the diabetes, the toes, and everything. So there's also that part too. But I definitely told it on Dave Mack. Definitely mentioned it on Kerry's channel. Um, After a while, you kind of like. So far, I've had 12 interviews that
Wow.
I've been on. So
Wow.
you know, so obviously some of them, I mean, and that's including Mitch. That's including me being on the Sunday morning with Mitch.
Uh-oh.
And the thing is, Mitch, you can't really tell a long story with Mitch. It's like you have like 15 minutes in that. So, um, you're just there to kind of be his like partner next to him. So, we all have our different styles, and this is it. Um, and it's saying that she loves our journey, Lexi, Thomas, and Lisa.
Nice.
Thank you.
I love everybody's journey. Anybody, all you guys have to do is email me. The emails on my web page, or tpruitt40@gmail.com. And just say that you're interested, and then we'll come up with a time, and you can come on and tell your story. It's as simple as that.
Thanks, Carnivore Cash.
And you know what? If anybody wants to come on more than once, that's fine too.
I like just jumping on your lives with you.
Me too.
I don't know
They're
about
so
a whole 2 hours of Lisa.
Yeah,
fun.
That'd be a little crazy.
yeah, that's true in this game. I'm just joking.
Be like, oh
I think
gosh,
people. I
get
think
this
that you'd be
depressing
surprised how much
woman off
people
here.
relate. I'm sure. I'm sure Alexi was a little surprised when she found out how well people related to, or not related, but at least responded to you.
Yeah.
I still get people saying about how they left the interview and all that stuff, but I mean, I get that for everybody, but still, um, we all have good stories. It's just sometimes we're just afraid to tell them for
Oh
some
yeah.
reason because
Yeah.
we've been shut down for so long
Oh yeah.
that we're sort of like, well, if I think that's what happened with me. Like I was like, oh, if my family doesn't want to hear it, then
Yeah.
why would a stranger want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it can be hard to tell your story too, just because sometimes you haven't processed all of it.
Yeah.
Like, like for me, like I never thought I'd be sharing my story. So, and like I hadn't even told my therapist that I've had in the past everything that happened during my first episode or episodes since. They only knew what was going on in the moment or like within the last week or two.
Right.
So that was my first time really sharing my whole story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I see a counselor too, um, you know,
Me too.
and probably not for the same thing, but I do see a counselor and everything.
So
And I even
important.
said to her one time, I said, if you really want to know, and that's why I'm getting better because I am talking out
Mm.
to you guys. I'm talking outright now. And so she's like, okay, well, I don't think we really need to have monthly sessions anymore. I think we can just go like on call. And if you ever have a problem, just give me a call. And I have one more in August. And then after that, then it's on call only, depending on how well she thinks I'm doing. And she said that most of it's because you're doing this channel is why you're progressing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I even told her, I said, if you really want to know my story and you want to see what's going on, watch my Dave. I even gave her the link. I said, here, watch
Yeah.
this interview that I do. My first
Yeah.
interview, and that will tell you everything, and you'll see. But she does see the changes. I mean, she doesn't really necessarily agree in carnivore,
Yeah.
um, but she does see the changes, and that's all. Sometimes that's all a person needs to see. They don't really need to see what you're doing. They just see that you're doing something that's improving yourself.
Yeah.
And I
But
think it's how
don't.
too. It's just
I was going to
I'm
say,
sorry.
don't be scared to ask her for help when, I mean, just because she's saying you're okay, if you feel
Oh
off,
no,
then
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
yeah.
I have her on speed dial, so
Yeah.
it's just I think what I've realized was um a lot of times when something bothers me, I still have to wait like 4 or 5 days before she responds for
Oh,
me to talk to
yeah.
her. So by that time, I've already solved the problem.
Yeah.
I've already gotten over the problem.
Yeah.
You know, and or I find a way to get over the problem. Like when I had like last week or whenever it was, I actually did the live and talked about what was bothering me, and
Yeah.
people came on and they helped me. I think matter
Yeah.
of fact you came on, Lexi. I don't think you were there, Lisa. At least I didn't see you in the chat. She might have been in the background, but I didn't see
I
you in the
might have
chat.
been hiding. I
Yeah,
do that a
like you
lot.
and that was my therapy.
Yeah.
You know, but I really didn't need her. Like I called her, but she didn't call for another 3 days.
Wow.
So because she was off, it was the weekend
Yeah.
and she was off, and she didn't even hear the message until she got to her office.
Yeah.
And so I mean, like I'm learning, like, well, what's the point in me? Like, it's not like an instantaneous, like, oh, you talk to me over the phone or you do this or no, I have to wait still for me to even contact for me to even talk to her. So I might as well just solve the problem myself and just take a deep breath and that's it. And now I'm able to do without worrying about it. You
Yeah.
know, you know. But
I do have to
it's
jump off, guys. I have to go eat dinner, but it was so nice talking to you guys. I'll see you guys
Yeah.
later.
don't jump off.
Enjoy
Just
your
walk
dinner,
off.
Lexi.
I don't want you to get
Thank
into any accidents. All right. So jumping.
Oh,
Okay.
she's so sweet.
So she is. I love.
Yeah.
I love Lexi.
Yeah, she's just such a
Uh,
sweetheart. What's it saying?
and Beefy is saying, "Great job, Thomas, with another live. Great job, Target Prime."
Nice.
Now I will make a promise, and I'm sorry, but there won't be any lives tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Why
Because
not? Because you've had 3 today already?
I know. No, because getting all this stuff done with the TV and everything like that. Matter of fact, let me put in the chats because Rick is here, and if Rick wants to come on, I'll let him come on. No, with everything going on, I never had a chance to read for my coaching course, so I still have about like
Oh,
40 pages to read.
wow.
Actually, probably more like 50 by
Man.
Wednesday, and I'm working tomorrow morning, so I only have tomorrow because Tuesday I'm working and I have the live with Alyssa.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to make sure. Yeah, I have a few hours, and Wednesday I'm off, so I should be okay for Wednesday. But I just want to make sure I have, you know. And then tomorrow night is Kilt's at night, his Zoom call at night. So
Oh,
you know.
I've never went into that. You actually have to go into his
Yeah,
group.
there's like you're doing here. You go. It's like they give you a link and you go in it and everything, and yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've joined his, but I've never went into one of the Zooms.
Oh, really?
That,
So you're part of the
yeah.
tribe?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
just
am
want
part. I mean, I'm in that I joined it so I could go into it, but I just never went.
okay.
But I've heard you guys say that there's so many people in there, and
I mean, there are a
yeah,
lot of people, but most of the time you're just sitting there listening anyway. Most of the
yeah,
time they have somebody on there that's talking,
okay,
and you do like what's called a raise your hand. There's like a thing, and it's
yeah,
called where it gives you like where your hand gets like there's a little icon that raises your hand. So if you have a question,
yeah.
you can ask it. But I mean, sometimes people don't get that etiquette and they just interrupt anyway. They just kind of like talk.
That would be me. I do that.
Yeah, it's like
I
which is
try
okay.
not to.
You know, as long as the host doesn't yell at you, then I'm fine
Yeah,
with it. But
bad, bad.
you know, I mean, I had one time that was on. She was like a regular person, and she was talking, and somebody else had like they were talking a little bit, but it wasn't bad. It was like just like this, and she like went to her and she's like, "Can you please stop talking? I can't concentrate with you talking all the time."
Oh my goodness.
Just the way she said it was like Miss Proper Lady. It's like, yeah, it's like, you know, we're not that stiff. It's,
No,
so
not at all.
oh my god. So I guess Rick doesn't want to come on because he would have been on now.
Maybe
No,
he might be slicking back his hair,
he
getting all
might be.
pertified.
Or it's actually Milton that's actually on
Milton's
mute
here.
now, and
Meow.
Milton doesn't want to come on.
Scared to come on here.
Well, Rick is very timid, so
He's so shy.
yes.
He is.
Everybody in the chat's probably laughing now, like Rick and shy put in the same sentence.
I wonder if his power came back on. I
Oh, I don't know.
haven't. He was riding around yesterday, looking at all the.
Rick just said LOL, so he's obviously listening to us.
He is.
All right, so Terry Sue, Sonny from GH General Hospital. Yes, I do. Is bipolar in real life. Yes, I knew that, and he's also bipolar as the character too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wow.
Takes meds. I mean, well, it's part of the character. I mean, he's part of the mafia, and he's also bipolar. Takes meds and had some really, really ups and downs. And Sunday, it's called State of Mind. Maurice Bernard, just FYI. So
Yeah, I've had many labels. I think they call it, let's see, I'm bipolar and manic episodes. I think the new one now is that what is it? P, the post traumatic from the shooting at work, and then they say I have psychotic tendencies. Ooh, but I won't take medicine anymore. They can take that medicine and they can shove it
Do
where
whatever.
the sun don't
Yes,
shine.
I was gonna say, do whatever they want to do with it as long as it's good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know
Yeah,
that I'm a little fruity, but I just don't the
you're
medicine,
fine.
if you don't take the medicine daily, and I'm terrible about taking medicine, so if you don't take it daily, then your ups and downs. I mean, I tried to I don't like to say it, but I did try to off myself back in
Right.
2006. And the way I did it was I took every pill that was in the medicine cabinet, and thank goodness that for some reason I woke up and I was able to call my mom and say, "Mom, I did something stupid." And I have an upstairs. I don't remember the paramedics coming here and taking me. I don't remember any of that. I remember waking up in the hospital bed and turning to my mom and asking if my dad, all I was worried about is my dad being mad at me.
Oh,
But
how old were you?
I how old it was in well, I'm 4 now, so I was in my 30s.
Oh,
And
oh, so you were okay. So you weren't a kid like
no,
during that. Okay.
I was a grown adult. That it was just mental. It was like, it was after my first husband died, and I just, I married my second husband, and things were just crazy, and he stormed off, and was choked me out in my front yard, and I was just mortified. My neighbors seen it, and I came in here, and I just thought, you know what? It just needs to be over with. I need to put myself out of my misery, and thank goodness it didn't happen. Thank goodness I was given another chance. I mean, the doctor said with the medicines that I took, luckily I woke up and called because, but it's just, I'm grateful to be here. I hate that I still struggle. It makes you feel like a carnivore failure because you hear people that say, they're better. I mean, even Lexi, I mean, she's better. And I'm like, why do I still struggle? Why?
Well,
But
I mean, okay, two things with that. I think Lexi's doing very well,
yeah,
but I don't be fooled that she probably does not have her. She probably still has her struggles,
yeah,
and everything. It's just it's helping her to overcome those struggles. Now I
yeah,
could be guessing, but I
yeah,
don't think anybody's going to be totally cured overnight.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, so and this is something that I learned. Because I used to get very jealous. Like when people tell me, "Oh, their A1C went down." I
yeah,
mean, there's a lot of different factors, and everybody's
yeah,
different. My A1C is going down the way it's going down, and it's doing what it's doing. Um, so I'm not going to stress myself over that. Um, and Lexi's only been doing it for just a little over a month now. You know, and but she, I mean, she's doing excellent and she's doing
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah,
But I mean, even she's got to watch, like watch out for herself
yeah,
and do
yeah,
just like me. I have to watch out for myself. If
yeah,
I go off kilter, it could cause a lot of damage.
yeah.
Um, or put me back. Like it's like a rubber band. The more you stretch the rubber band, the further it
Hmm.
is when you go back
Oh
into it.
yeah, yeah,
And and it's great when I see all these chats and somebody saying like, "Oh, I was this, I was that,"
yeah,
and now I'm this.
yeah,
I'm like, like I'm happy for you. I
yeah,
really am.
yeah.
But in the beginning, I was jealous. I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
That's how
uh,
I get. I
yeah,
get jealous. People, I'm thinking, this why? What am I not carnivore enough? I mean, all I can think
right.
is I
Like, what
need to
am I
be a
doing wrong
yeah, I need to
that
be a
I'm not
lion.
getting
I need
these
to go
results?
beef only. That's what
Yeah,
I think, and I'm like, oh, but I've given up so much. I've given up so much. I don't want to just do beef. But then I think, is that the key? Is that the key? Is that what I
right.
need to do?
Is
Do I
that is
just
that?
is that what it's going to take?
It's
And
probably why I do go off kilter and eat like the cheese and stuff like that, because I'm thinking to myself like, well, you're still carnivore.
yeah,
No matter how you look at it,
yeah,
it's still carnivore, you know.
yeah,
And I'm right about that, you know. So like, if
yeah,
that's my cheat, then whatever, you know, so be it.
yeah.
But every once in a while, I'll go off and I will have the Oreo cookie, you know,
Yeah,
for
see,
whatever reason.
I'd be so scared.
Usually it's because my sugars are super low
Yeah,
and I don't want to pass out, you know.
yeah,
But but I probably do want the Oreo cookie more than anything too, because think about it for 1 second. I have two places I can go to. I can go to the
yeah,
candy store. Like, these
yeah.
are all like within from the bench.
Oh, I know, right, right below
Okay.
you.
I can go to the candy store, right, and give them like about three. It's $3 for the cookie. Each cookie is
Oh,
about like 2.75 or something like that.
wow.
So I can give them the $3 and get one Oreo cookie, or I can go behind me at when I'm downstairs at the bench. There's
Yeah,
that window
yeah.
right there. Well, inside there is where they have the caretaker, the care facility, like the nursing,
Oh,
like
okay.
for people like the home nursing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And in there, I can just go in there, and I've done it before all this happened. And they have M&Ms, they have peppermint patties, they have the pirate booty.
Talk
They,
dirty to me, Thomas.
they have all this. They have all this stuff that they don't charge.
Oh, goodness.
It's anything you want, as much as you want to take. Now,
Oh, wow.
if I was going to be an addict,
Yeah,
right? Which would
yeah.
you pick? Would you pick the $3 one cookie Oreo,
I'm a
or would
cheapskate.
you
I'd be
go for
going
the
for
M and M's and everything?
yep, the free.
Okay. So when people tease me and say like, "Oh, I have more control than you think because I'm
Yeah,
choosing to go for where you pay for it,
yeah,
and I'm only choosing to get one cookie," you
yeah,
know. So obviously, I either really want the Oreo,
yeah.
or I just want to make sure that I have total control. Like, people don't think about that, you know. It's like,
Yeah, I'm glad the one miracle happened for me. I mean, it is the food freedom because I just went to a graduation party yesterday and it was for a good friend of mine's son and they like all my treats I make. So I made brown butter Rice Krispie treats. I made cheesecake brownies and then I made these brownies called slutty brownies. And they actually have a chocolate chip cookie on the bottom and an Oreo cookie in the center, and then the brownie on top. And then I
now
made
this
them
fucking dirty.
Chex Mix too, like a buffalo Chex Mix they wanted. And I have absolutely no desire for any of it. So, yes, do I still struggle with the depression? Yeah. But am I even the least bit tempted to eat that crap anymore? And I I know I probably should feel guilty, making it for them, but they don't want to eat this way. They don't want to be carnivore. So
Right.
I give them what they want, and
And you can't
I,
force, you know.
yeah. No, I just live by example. My husband and I, we just go there and we're like, we're here for the meat. And what's really cool is that they raise cows there on their land. And I'm always like, I'm just going to go out there in that field and get what get what I want.
Yeah.
Get me a
I
cow.
mean, well, I think a lot of people, I think a lot of people don't really do carnivore because I think it's many reasons. But I think one reason is that they feel like they're abandoning something, that they're like,
Yeah,
like almost as if vegetables are,
yeah,
and
yeah,
like, oh, I'm hurting the vegetable feeling. I'm hurting the feeling of all these
mhm,
people, and this is not right. This is just the way, like the cholesterol is and
yeah,
there's like a certain, you have to kind of like get out of that mindset, and you have to kind
yeah,
of be like, well, let me just try it for a month. Let me see how I feel. Let me
yeah,
try it for 3 months. Let me see how I feel.
yeah.
And but they have to be in the mindset to be willing to go for 3 months,
Oh yeah,
even a month, You know.
My friend, she actually tried it for, she lasted a little over a month. The girlfriend I went yesterday see,
Okay.
and she was telling the people that I was carnivore, and she's like, I did it for a month, and she said, my sleep, she said, was the most incredible sleep I had, and it was just hard on her because her husband wouldn't do it with her, and she still had two boys at home, so she says one day she's going to do it again. So, I hopefully. But
Yeah.
like you were saying, a lot of people, even me, when I first started on carnivore, it was like you had to grieve the foods because I started carnivore like a couple weeks before my birthday. So here comes my birthday, and normally we have a chocolate place here called Esther Price Candies, and I always loved Esther Price candies for special occasions. So I knew I wasn't going to have that anymore, and no more birthday cakes. And then, you know, uh, so it was in March. You have the holidays like the 4th of July, no more, you know, potato salad and stuff. So it was really like you had to grieve your traditions because we have made stuff all about food. And, that's how you just celebrated. And now you got to celebrate. It doesn't have to be about food, it can just be about togetherness, and things just change now. Now it's just when we get together, I just don't really participate in the food. I'll eat
Yeah.
before I have the kids come, or it's
Well, I mean, when I first started carnivore, I made myself a promise that I've sort of broke a few times, but um, I promised myself that I would. The two things I hate. The two things I hate is never and always.
yeah,
Like when people say you never do this or you
yeah,
always do this, I
yeah,
just hate that term because that technically speaking, you can't really say that about people
yeah,
because people will do different. They might do something
yeah,
normally all the time,
yeah,
but it's not a never and an always thing. And
yeah,
so I didn't want to say I will never eat that cake again,
yeah, yeah,
or I'll
that's
never
true.
have, because that indicates that I'm now making a commitment, and that makes me nervous, and I think it makes
Yeah,
people nervous. I think
yeah,
if you
yeah,
say I just don't want to have it right now,
yeah,
or I'm not having this today,
yeah,
then and I also promised myself too, which it kind of got broken a little bit, maybe why, that if I did go off kilter, I would never punish myself.
yeah, yeah,
I would go off, enjoy it or not enjoy it, whatever it caused, okay. But I would pretty much enjoy it and say, okay, I did what I
yeah,
did. I
yeah,
got rid of the craving. I did whatever I had to do. I went through the event. I did.
yeah,
Now I'm no longer there, and now I started the same thing with the Oreo cookie again.
yeah,
I had it. I'm not having it. I'm not having it until the next time when I have another problem. But I'm not going to have it tomorrow. I'm not going to have it in 5 minutes. I'm
yeah.
going to go right back to eating meat and eggs.
I just don't trust myself. I really, I mean, I know that I'm free from it, but I just know where I've come
Well, if
from.
you have it out of your way, that helps too. Like
Yeah,
when I went to my sister's, she had it all in her house. She had it all
yeah,
there. And my brother-in-law even said, "Do you want to take some of this stuff home?" I said, "No,
yeah,
because I don't want to be tempted. This will be my stuff, and I
yeah,
will be tempted to finish it up and eat it." And
yeah,
people ask me like, "Well, how do you do with your roommate? He has all this junk."
yeah,
Well, that's how I do it. It's his junk. It's
yeah,
mine.
yeah,
Now, every once in a while, I'll ask him if he had, if I could have one of his, like his, he has like those flavored clear Americans from Walmart. I don't know if you ever seen them or not. They're like
Mm.
seltzers, like flavored water.
Oh, okay.
And it probably isn't the best thing. It probably like has the flavoring in it.
Yeah,
But every once in a while, I'll be like, hey, do you mind if I take one? Because it's sugar free. So,
yeah,
you know. But that's about it. But I will never, as long as I never ask him, and as long as he never offers, and he knows not to offer it to me,
Yeah.
as long as it doesn't get to me and become mine,
Yeah.
technically I look at it as stealing.
Yeah.
Technically, it's food, So I can be around it and not infected at all. Now I do try to get him to do his own thing. Like if he has pie, I try to get him to cut his own pie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
this is how I do it. But I can go into the candy store now and I can look around and be like, I don't have enough money for this. That's what I tell myself. I don't have
Yeah,
enough money.
I'll say to people like, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I went here," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I used to love pizza. I
Yeah,
don't eat that anymore. But I still say, "Oh yeah, I remember that was delicious." But
yeah. I mean, like
I,
tomorrow, I probably will go. I probably will go lion. Like I said, tomorrow I'm working from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Yeah, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. That's a pretty long shift.
that's a long shift.
And I'm doing it again on Tuesday. It's only
Okay.
4 hours, and I do it again 2 more days, a day, like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, doing it.
Yeah.
So, and my biggest worry I had was because my boss kept on calling me in to work extra hours, and I
Oh,
can only work 16 hours without going over.
mhm.
Like that's all I'm
Yeah.
without losing my benefits.
Yeah.
So I was worried that he was going to use desperation and not think, okay, he's already scheduled. Like I can't keep on asking him to work. He can't work any more than this.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people don't care. They just kind of like
Yeah.
they because there are people that will go over. There's one lady actually seems like a nice lady. She's actually a lot worse than I am. She has no legs at all.
Oh
Like,
wow.
like she had total amputations, and she's working, and she works a lot of hours, and she collects disability, but her disability keeps on getting penalized.
Oh.
You know, and the reason why is because she's working more hours than she's allotted, and she's not.
Oh.
They just keep on adding, and they're not. And I said, well, the reason why you're getting penalized is because you're working all these extra hours.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, I know, but I can't say no to them. I know it's hurting my.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, you know,
Wow.
"Eh,
Is she older?
is she the owner? No,
No,
she's.
no, older,
Oh
older.
yeah, she is. She's like about 60 something, 65.
Oh,
So she's of
wow.
even retirement age, to tell you the truth. But
Wow, you would think that she could. I thought at 65 you were allowed to work as much as you wanted to.
well, she might be able to now, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, she just turned 65, or
Oh,
she's
okay.
close to
Yeah, it
65.
might
I
be
don't know her exact age.
67 now.
She looks a lot older, lot
Oh,
older. So I mean, I'm just assuming she's 65.
wow.
Yeah, she has
Yeah,
her.
you
She,
never know. Sometimes we get all these lines, women.
yeah, she has a little bit more than just lines, but
Yeah.
she, she like has like the straggly gray hair, and it's,
Oh, I got some of that in here too.
but not straggly though.
Well, that's because it's back. Maybe I get like Rick and some of that tallow and put in here.
Oh, you're using a towel like Rick does.
Yeah, I should. That's what I'm
Yeah, I'm
saying.
trying. I'm trying to grow my hair, but I don't know. It's not really working.
Yeah, you
So
need to get the tallow and massage it in there.
yeah, it's what I do. I do that, or I do the bacon grease.
Yeah. Yeah, that see, being carnivore, we just take our food and then we just rub it on our body.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, I got grease on my hands.
Yeah, just put it all over. That's the cheap moisturizer.
And Rick wonders why Milton is so attracted to him.
Yeah.
This guy feels like meat. Rick's still in the chats again, or that's Milton.
What does it say?
Dispensary is making bucks. Bars aren't cheap. That is true. They aren't.
Yeah.
In more ways than one, Terry Sue. In more ways than one. I mean, I'm missing a lot of this chat because there's a lot of people in the chat.
Uh, My old eyes, I'd have to put on my little readers here to even see. Oh, look, there's people. See, look, always sitting right here at my dining room table, and I end up with the cow ears.
Yeah, I don't really. I haven't worn my glasses in a long time.
And you can actually see, I can see nothing. If I don't put these things on, I can't read what people are
Yeah,
saying.
my eyes are a little bit worse. Let me see if I have my glasses. I kind of have to clean them before I actually wear them.
Yeah, my husband and I, when we put our glasses on, he's out on the grill cooking, and I'm flipping eggs and end up with grease all all over the place on my glasses,
Yeah, like right now
all my
everything's a little
shirts.
blurry.
That's fun.
I know somebody's coming on. It's either Rick or Milton.
It's Rick. Hi, Rick.
Hey, can
Sure.
you hear me?
Are you sure Milton's not just wearing a Rick suit?
I hear a buzzing.
You hear buzzing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you?
Ring
Is
my
somebody trying to page you, Rick?
bell.
Is it buzzing now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear a buzzing.
Hold on.
It's
let
like
me
a
fix
it's like
it.
a bug zapper.
Milton, what are you doing? Milton, get off the buzzer.
Any better?
Don't beat up Milton. What are you doing?
I'm beating the mixer, not Milton.
I know, just joking with you. I'm sure Milton would make a noise if you were beating up Milton.
Yeah.
Milton is sleeping. Oh, Milton wouldn't take to that. He'd tear me apart.
No,
I've seen
no,
that
no. Yeah, I
video
was
where
gonna
he
say
got
it
you.
wouldn't be like a nice. It wouldn't be a meow. It would be more like a.
He would attack. I think he would
He got
connect
into
to
a
the neck.
he got into a fight with that cat outside, and let me tell you, he turned into a beast.
Ooh.
I can see
Ooh.
that. I can see that.
Yeah.
Milton might look innocent, but.
He's a cutie, but he's also a cat, and you know cats can be very mean. It's like all of us. We might be nice most of the time, but in the right situation, we're very.
Oh, yeah. Like a. Watch out.
Dolls.
Yes.
Milton's actually in the main part of the house. I could let him in. I'm sure he'd come running in.
I'm sure he would.
Yeah.
If you want to see him, I'll open the door.
Sure.
Come on, Milton.
I mean, I'm sure there are people
Oh,
that
yes.
want to see him.
The Milton lovers.
Actually, I'm not leaving. Turning off my camera and muting myself because I gotta sneeze and I don't want to do that in front of everybody. So
And you might fart when you sneeze.
yes,
Like I said before, at least we won't smell it. Well, so how is everybody today? This is the Lisa Show.
Come here, baby. Come on.
Oh,
Come on, Milton. Let me get it. Come on. What? Come on. Why are you not?
is he ignoring you?
He's on the floor doing something. I see his tail. Come here. Here he comes. There he is.
Milton,
Aw.
here. Milton, where are you?
What a cute.
I want some loving.
I should have told you this. When Rick comes back, tell him that I left completely. I'm no longer here.
He said he's out of here.
I'm out of here.
I love my little kitten.
He's a cutie pie.
Not a little kitten anymore. He's getting big.
How old?
You know how
how
old
old is Milton now?
He was about a month old when we found him in October, so
Oh,
probably 9
He's
months.
probably like what, 3 months now?
I don't know, 9 months maybe.
wow.
Getting big.
So technically,
Yeah.
he's probably technically like a teenager. So that's why he's not listening to you.
Yeah, well, that's why he needs to get fixed, doesn't he?
Yeah. Bye-bye, We were talking butter balls earlier. Now bye bye, Milton balls.
Ball.
Little monster. Milton's a little monster. Yes, he is. Look at that fluffy tail. Brr.
Does he
The cute-
bite? Does he ever bite you?
No, he doesn't bite.
Oh,
When he was
so
little, he used to bite. He doesn't bite
yeah.
anymore.
Well, yeah, usually when they're little anyway, because they're trying to learn. You know.
The problem with him is he's too.
That's how
He
they
follows.
communicate. They learn how to communicate, just like babies, you know.
He follows me everywhere that I go.
Yeah, he must really love you because I would think that a cat, because a lot of cats, when they get overstimulated, they always like bite you, and you're
Yeah.
constantly petting him, and he doesn't
Telling you,
bite
it's the
you.
beef tallow in the hair, you know.
That's what it is.
He's always friendly to me. He likes to lick me. Must
Yeah.
be the beef tallow.
Again,
Yes.
the beef tallow in the hair.
I hear an echo.
I still hear that buzzing sound, but I'm not sure what that is. It's like
It
to me,
sounds
it
like
sounds like a bug zapper.
you're in the bathroom, Thomas. To me.
Oh, that might be my. I have a fan on.
Oh, okay.
My air really doesn't work. I've done some things, but I'm just been so tired. I just haven't been able to really execute them. So
I don't hear it. Oh well.
It's okay. It keeps
Maybe
it
we-
entertaining.
maybe Lisa has super hearing.
No, I worked in a factory. I have terrible hearing.
You guys don't have the crowns in this?
I don't see any crowns.
Okay. I'm not looking at YouTube, so I wouldn't know. I'm looking right at
Oh.
the
There were
But
was crowns
someone
in
just
my
said that
life.
there's no crowns. What was that?
I had crowns in my live. That was funny.
You did? I sometimes have crowns in mine too, but
Why did they disappear?
I don't know. The only difference I can come up with is this wasn't planned. This live. So maybe it works when you have because Rick, you advertise your lives at least
Yeah.
a day in advance, and so do I usually. So
Yeah.
maybe it's the unplanned lives that prevent the crowns.
Could be. I'll tell you one thing. It was a lively live. I'll tell you that.
It was.
Mine
It was stressful.
Oh, you mean your live?
Yeah,
was
my
stressful.
live.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Okay.
stressful to me.
I just wanted to make sure we were on the same
You're
page.
calm. You're just calm and cool, collected though.
Well, what bad thing can happen? I mean, my house hasn't collapsed yet, so I'm good.
Yeah. You are correct. Thank goodness. How long was your power out?
The first time was about an hour and a half. Then it came on, and then it was out for another half an hour, and then it kept flickering on and off like 5 or 6 times.
Wow. Did you ever figure out what it was?
It was something in the main substation. I rode my bike all the way to the source, and I saw them working over there.
Oh.
So I don't know. It's the whole. There was like 3,000 people that were without power, but
wow.
it was like only part of the neighborhood. It kind
Yeah.
of skipped areas. But I made a video. You probably saw it. I traced it
Yeah.
out for the neighborhood.
Yeah, I've seen your thing around. I was wondering because then I saw another video at EMP. I didn't get to finish watching it because Thomas kept coming on. But I think you were
What do you say?
explaining more. Yeah, I figured you were live, and I can always go back and watch.
Yeah, I'm just
The
joking.
other.
Mm-hmm. You should see how he looks out the window. There's another black cat out there that was in that video. That's the one that Milton got into a fight with and chased all around the whole street, up and down the roof and everything. I had to throw a towel over Milton to catch him. I brought him
Oh,
in the
wow.
house, and then he went totally ape. He started growling and hissing at me. He
Ooh.
was like a bobcat ready to attack. But then an hour later, he was like sitting on me and purring.
He's like, how dare you interfere with my fight, Daddy?
So Jemmett says, Rick, you had a lot of ads. Oh my God, a lot
yeah.
of mid rolls on my cell and TV. I had to check back into chat. Hope you got paid for them. So yeah, I hope you got paid for them too.
I hope so too, because if I didn't, I'll make sure that there's no more ads on my channel. Because what's the
Yeah.
point? I ain't made a cent in 18 years.
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah.
silly Milton. Yeah, it was live. I'll tell you. It was interesting.
All right, so I'll ask this one question because I don't want to get too much into it. But do you feel things were resolved with?
Yeah, I don't
the
think there was really a problem. I mean,
No,
I
I
think
mean I don't
it was a
think
lack
so
of
either.
communication. The problem is a lack of communication.
Right.
If they don't keep, the problem is some people are more connected than others, and I'm the least connected of all. I'm connected to some people, like our little group, but I think the other groups they're far away, and then it's all hearsay. People say, yeah, they say things that don't make sense. You know, I have a couple of other emails from other people that they were accusing of saying things on my channel that they didn't say because I looked through the chat. All my chats are kept in an archive, so you can go back and see the chat replay. Plus, I also bring the chat up on the video when I open the extension, and I say it as well. So there's 3 ways of doing it. I guess if
Right.
somebody had AI, they could just download the whole thing and go through it and see what was said.
Yeah. I mean, I think whenever you have anything, I noticed with mine at least, I don't really have to archive it because I have it on YouTube, and once it's on YouTube, it's there, and we can actually go back into the chat, like we can actually replay the actual chats that were going on in our live.
Right.
Yeah.
So we
But
can
some,
actually check it without even being archived. We can actually check it. We have to go through it periodically, and you probably have more of an organized way about it. But yeah, so I do agree. Like I won't lie. If I think I heard something or I remember something, I could go back into a chat
mhm.
or I mean, video is a little harder because that would be comments, and not everybody can make the comment outright.
Was he saying that he actually, because I remember one, I don't know if it was the imposter or what, but one of them seemed like it was really him. Did he say he actually came in one day?
He said the first time on June 7th that was him.
Okay,
But
because I
Kurt,
thought it seemed, because it wasn't no joking about like the other one that came in calling it Monticello
yeah,
Theater. So I figured it was him that very first time, and that just seemed kind of weird to me.
hmm
I mean,
well,
like
Yeah.
that's why I thought it might have been fake because Meathead Kurt thought it was fake. Papa thought he was real. Somebody
Yeah.
else thought he was real.
I thought he
And
was real the first one.
I
well,
thought he was fake, and then I thought he was real because he said something that was like, okay, I didn't think anybody else would know this.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, you know what? There can be research, and then I kind of realized that.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, because everything he was saying, I mean, any of us could figure it out. I mean, if you watch his videos, I mean, anybody could say what he was saying.
mhm.
And
It was
So-
funny when
hello,
Thomas
Helen.
asked,
Hello, Beefy.
that was funny when Thomas asked him about the meetup. That hadn't happened
Oh
yet.
yeah. Yeah, it's
I mean, it just made sense to me. Like, hey, I'm going to ask him about Boston, see how he liked it.
yeah, that was funny. I just thought that part was fun. Once the one came in that you could tell. I mean, I thought that was funny too. I mean, he was saying, oh, help me pay for this documentary. It's going to be 5 years.
I mean, I'm just glad it's okay. Not, I don't know how okay it is, but I'm just glad it's not as tense. Let's put
Yeah.
it that way. Because I mean, I value both you, Rick, and I value
Yes.
Terry. I like both of you, and I don't want to lose either one of you as
Yeah.
carnivore or friends.
Yes. Because I
And-
like both of them too.
Yeah. So and I don't like choosing between my children.
No.
Right.
But Carrie won't take me on a bike ride.
No, we won't.
There you go. Well, the thing is this, and this is the way that I see it. I didn't think it was a problem. I'm like Russ that likes to make fun of everybody. I thought it was funny, but
Yeah.
what I didn't realize. Now, my view hasn't changed on the documentary. I still think it's an awful lot of time, and there's not going to be much of a return. But I still think he should make it
Yeah.
because two people have already died that were in the
Yeah.
documentary, and their
Yeah.
story has to be told. So at this
Yeah.
point, he has to make it. It's got to
Yeah.
be done.
Yeah.
If it bombs, it doesn't matter because at least some of us will see it,
Yeah.
and it'll be out there. So even if it bombs
Yeah.
right now, it's in the record, as they say, like all the videos we've done. And in the future,
Yeah.
people can look at it because if it wasn't for Carrie, obviously Bill, who knows what would have happened to him?
Yeah.
And then, Jeff, nobody would have known about his story.
No.
And the same thing with Alex. Nobody would know him from
Yeah.
Adam, you know. And obviously, Carrie's put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
And I was not trying to criticize him. I was just trying to
No.
say that I think way too much money and time was spent on it for the return you're going to get.
Yeah.
But the reality is, for Carrie, I forgot that Carrie had mental issues.
Yeah.
And, it's almost like being handicapped in a way. And
Yeah.
pick somebody when they're down is not
Yeah.
something that I would do.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to criticize because I didn't realize that he took it that personally.
Yeah.
But now that I know, I'm not going to push this matter anymore because, as Russ
Yeah.
says, I have nothing to gain.
Well,
Yeah.
that shows you're a good person,
Yeah,
Rick.
it shows your character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Well,
it.
I don't know if you heard earlier, I was saying that I think this documentary will be a good tool for all of us carnivores to, when we're talking about carnivore to people, at least we can say, hey, if you don't want to listen to me, why don't you watch this?
Oh, that's it.
We can, refer them to but I get what you were saying, like the one that just come out, the animal. I mean, we don't need to watch that because we're already following that.
Mhm.
But what I think everybody liking about this particular documentary is that it's going to be real stories. It's going to be about, you know, carnivores, and they're following their story for a whole year, which, a lot of people might be interested in that. I know I'm excited to watch it,
Yeah.
but
And
I
just
like watching the stories.
even though he's not being mentioned in the documentary, we lost 3 people with carnivore. It's not just 2. We lost
Yeah.
Victor Prosperous, Alex Cannon, and Boyd Lamb.
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
Well, Mitch
You
mentioned
know,
it.
yeah,
and I mean, obviously, Carrie didn't really know Boyd Lamb, so he's not going to really be mentioned. But unfortunately,
yeah,
he's somebody else that passed away. You know,
yeah.
Yep.
and
And I'm sure there's others. I mean, just because we're carnivore don't mean we're not going to die.
no,
Well,
I mean,
who in the movie? Who are the people that would be the most prominent? The stories. Who are the ones he talks about the most?
it's probably going to be mostly. You're right. It's probably going to be mostly Jeff the Prosperous and Bill
Yeah.
Knott.
Right.
yeah,
You're absolutely right.
yeah,
But I think he's going to talk about others too. But you're right. The main characters will be them. I mean, I would say like out of a 2-hour movie, I'd say at least a half an hour each is going to be mostly them.
Mhm.
And that's fine. Whatever. Like I have nothing against Bill. I have nothing against. I really didn't know too much about Jeff Prosperous. I knew a little bit, but I knew more about him after he passed away, unfortunately, than I did
yeah,
before. You know, but which is why I think I did that video for Alex, because I never really knew that much about Jeff, and and I kind of feel bad that I didn't do like a thing for. So I might try to do a video, maybe a short or something like that for Boyd Lamb. It's just Boyd's been passed away for quite a while, so like there's
yeah,
sort of like a statute of limitations, so to speak. Where it's like, okay, is it kind of late to say anything now? But I don't know. Maybe I'll still do a tribute to him, learn a little bit about him and stuff like that. There's really not much I can say about. I didn't really know Boyd that well. I'll be honest with you.
yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Plus, it'd be hard to get information. It's a lot easier to get somebody's information while they're still alive.
Oh, that's always true. Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
Carrie did.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, I hope that he realizes that I was not crashing his documentary or him. I was
Right.
basically pointing out the limitations and the
Yeah.
fact that I don't think it's going to be a mainstream hit. I don't
Yeah.
think it's going to make a big difference to most people. But
Yeah.
as Lisa said, it's something we can refer to, or as I say, it's part of the record. And
Yeah.
at any time, it's like when you build a legal case, you always go to the case law, which is a record. You
Yeah.
want to tell somebody about the carnivore diet? You say, well, I can tell you all the information, but here's some videos you can watch. Here's some information you can look at. Take a
Yeah.
look at these doctors. Take a look, and then that's
Yeah.
great because none of that existed when my parents were alive.
Yeah.
I think if I could have shown that to my parents, they may have tried it because to
Yeah.
them, the carnivore diet was nothing but Rick's heart attack diet.
Yeah.
My son that wants to kill himself with a heart attack. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. That's absolutely true.
Yeah. I think we all wish we could have put our parents on the carnivore diet.
Well, I think what would have happened, my parents were on the carnivore diet. Instead of spending years suffering, they were like Alex Cannon. They'd be living their life, and then one day,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think they found out that he had a heart defect or something like that from
Genetic
like,
heart
before.
defect is what Carrie said.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they said the muscle was enlarged or something, or when they did the
Yeah.
autopsy.
I mean,
So that's,
I mean, it goes to show you that even if you have carnivore, people can still have things that are going to happen, and not everybody is. It's not like, oh, I'm carnivore now, so I'm cured from never dying or never.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's
I
nice as carnivore
sometimes,
is. It's not one of those things that you're going to become bicentennial man or anything like that.
I feel like that I should be like Superman because I remember when I hurt my thumb, which is finally better. But when I hurt this thumb and the doctor was trying to tell me it was arthritis, I'm thinking, what the heck? How could it be? How am I hurting? I am carnivore. Hear me roar. But
You didn't actually say that to him, did you?
no, I didn't say. But I wanted. I felt like saying, dude, because I have arthritis in my other hand, and nothing. I've been pain free since probably 3 months into carnivore. I went pain free, and then to hurt my thumb while I was gardening, and it stayed. I mean, it just stopped hurting within the last week, and I did that in March. So I was so bummed out. I'm like, how can I be hurting? I'm super carnivore. What is wrong with me? But thank goodness it's better now. So
Yeah.
it does heal pain.
Well, Papa told me one time. I always make the joke. I haven't made it in a while, but there would always be somebody in the chat, like Sandy or whoever, would be like, hit the like,
Yeah.
So I say I did, and I broke my thumb hitting the like
Yeah.
button. So now what am I going to do? And one day Papa goes to me. He goes, wrap bacon around it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Wrap
So
some bacon on that
if
thing.
you have a sore thumb, wrap bacon around it. Just
we get to see the things I could say about what Rick. I can't say the stuff I would usually say at shop talk of what looking at Rick right now.
Oh, okay.
Rick's
Milton.
petting his
Dennis Kitty.
his kitty, but he's also giving the crotch shots.
He's a good kitten. Look at that kitten.
Get close up of.
Forgive me for my naughtiness.
He's a black menace.
He is.
I don't know about you, Lisa.
I don't either. I've been labeled crazy, and I think they might be right.
Yes. Yeah, I haven't really been labeled, but
So
Not
many
yet.
labels. So many pills.
I know.
So many. But I'm
My
free
label's
now.
my label is quack. Ask Mitch.
There. Hey, I'm quacking right with you, Rick.
Every time it says, "Oh, there's Rick," quack quack quack.
Oh, you know what? You have a quack senior, quack junior. You don't have a lady quack.
Quack.
That's
I'm
true.
Miss Quack. I'm Miss Quack.
I'm one of the
You,
few people.
you
one of
even
the-
have a kitty quack.
Yeah.
Oh, I did tell you that I could talk like Donald Duck, and I tried to do it the other day because I said one day I should call into Rick's talking like Donald Duck, but I guess with age,
See,
it's not.
I would talk like Donald Duck, but every time I do, I cough, and I already have a coughing problem. So let's not add to it. You know.
Yeah, my duck skills have went down the drain. You used to be able to tell what I was saying. Like maybe I can say hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh, you talk like Mickey. Well, no, I can't do that anymore. My voice is actually, since carnivore, my voice has actually gotten a little deeper, believe it or not.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah, just a little bit, just enough that I can't do the high pitched voices anymore. You know, at least I have a hard time doing them.
Well, you were doing Kermit the Frog on one.
Yeah, my name's Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Yeah. Hi, Miss
Yup.
Piggy. Hi, Kermit. How are you?
Oh, yup, you guessed it. I'm
Yeah.
Goofy.
Who did you do that, Rick?
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. Gosh.
Ooh, gosh.
Oh my goodness. We are a bunch of quacks.
Yes, we are.
That's despicable.
Oh my goodness.
Sylvester.
I love it.
Daffy Duck and Sylvester.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Black cat.
Man.
I love Milton. What a beautiful fur he has.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbit.
You know, Milton makes the cutest little purr sound when he runs. He goes, "Purr."
Is he trying to sound like Tweety Bird?
I don't know. He makes a purring sound. I have to record that. He goes, "Purr, meow, purr, purr." See, it did it again. Yeah,
Interesting.
you're cute. Like he said, he doesn't try to bite me or anything. He just loves attention.
That's awesome.
I take him outside. He follows me around, but I got to watch out for the other cats. So I'm going to get him a cat leash. One of those
Yeah.
cat harnesses. I
Yep.
always used to put that on my cat because all my cats are aggressive. I guess because they eat meat.
Oh, you
Nice
need
trick.
to get one of those, like in Aaron's video, the thing you can hook onto your bike, the stroller thing, and take Milton for a ride with you.
Lettuce.
No, just get one of those cat baskets in the front of your bike.
First time he sees another cat, attack.
You could train him to get the iguanas for you.
Well, I took him for a van ride a couple times. He was sitting up in the seat.
That's just smileys. Okay.
That's the fake Carrie.
Yes, it is.
Oh, the
But he has a
gator.
real name now, so that's good. That's good.
I had fun with the whole thing.
Now he's Beefy. I like his name, Beefy.
There you go. I had fun with the whole thing.
living room.
I don't know. I'll be honest with Beefy. I don't know which logo I like better, this one or the other one he had. I thought he had another one that said like "Where's the beef" or something like that
It did.
on it. Okay,
Maybe
clever.
this is an imposter of the imposter.
Is that like Wendy's? Where's the beef?
Yeah, where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
It's a big fluffy bun. Where's the beef?
Those were the good
In
old
my
days.
day,
What?
I ate beef. Danny's saying, "Tell
Yeah.
Rick to fix the buzz."
Why
Rick,
don't
Rick
I
the
hear?
Buzz.
I don't hear a
Ring
There,
buzz.
I
my
just told him, Sandy,
bell.
so you can't tell me to tell him again.
Yeah, I feel like he's buzzing us, like he's wanting to get in. Zing.
No, I don't hear it. What'd you do?
Oh,
I don't hear it.
it's
Oh,
in that.
it's Mickey. It's
It's
his Mickey
gone now.
mic.
So it's gone now.
It's gone now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be the cable. You know who was playing with the
I'm telling you,
cable?
it sounded like a bug zapper. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, it did.
What I'm going to have to do is take this cable connector. Maybe the solder is broken. I'll resolder it.
Good job. You're Mr. Fix It.
I got a lot of these DJs that bring me equipment to be fixed, and that's a common thing because when they pull the microphone, that thing gets stretched out and it breaks.
Mm.
Okay.
Milton, look at those claws. Ow. Watch
And it
that.
sounds like a bug zapper.
Well, I can go crackle, snap, crackle, pop, buzz, all kinds of. Boy, look at this cat.
That's what my body used to do. Snap, crackle, pop.
Sandy says her son is 52.
Wow.
Same age as
Wow.
me.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I'm 57.
I'm 54.
So I'm the old man here.
Yes.
Yes.
Grandpa,
Unless you
tell
count
me
Milton.
about the good
Milton's
old
wise beyond his
days.
years, so you know.
Yes, I'm going to make a phone call to my grandchildren.
What is that thing you got there, mister?
It's a telephone.
Wow, how do you use something like that?
You got to pick it up, listen for the dial tone, and then you dial the number.
Have you ever seen
all these confounded gadgets and stuff like that?
Have you ever seen the videos of kids
That's
that
pretty bad
don't know
imitation.
what that is?
I actually made videos. I have some of my old video files when my friends, they had their kids, they bring them to my house. I want you to make a call using Rick's phone. I give them the rotary phone. That's a phone. Yeah, that's a phone.
Oh,
And
I
then-
remember trying to dial my friends, and you would try to speed dial, try to force
Mhm.
it.
The funny thing is, they see this, they go, "Oh, that's where that comes from," because on their cell phone they have this symbol. They didn't know
Oh
what it was
yeah, so
from.
they're wondering how the symbols. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
That's
and
what it's from.
it's funny, like how we'll go like this, say, "Oh yeah, we're talking on the phone," and I think they do this or something instead of like we do,
Yeah.
So,
or
it's like, yeah,
rolling down.
in our day,
rolling down
speed
the
dial as if it
window.
took under 5 minutes.
I love having old technology that works with new technology because I don't even have a landline. I got rid of the landline like 20 years ago. I've been using the internet for my phone service.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just like having the look, when I move, I'll build a new house. I'll have the same old stuff. It'll be the same scene. Even if I move to a whole different place, you look at it, you'll see the exact same scenery.
Yeah.
Except the paneling won't be all ratty.
Where are you wanting to move?
I don't know. I want to go. I'd like to stay in Florida, but
Yeah.
development here is out of control. But if we have a hurricane and we scare a lot of people away, I might be able to stay in Florida. I want to go somewhere that's rural, where my neighbors go moo, and they don't speak Spanish, and I don't sit in traffic all day. So I don't mind stepping in cow manure. I just don't want to deal with all the crowds.
When we would come to Miami, my grandparents would always take us to they would call it the Spanish Beach, and it was Biscayne. I forget how you say it. Biscayne Bay.
Biscayne Bay.
Biscayne Bay, yeah. And we would always be over there by that lighthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I loved it when I was a little girl, and then when my grandfather passed away, and we came back, and it was after Hurricane Andrew, because that was in '92. So, and I think he died in '96. And we went back to that beach, and all the beautiful palm trees were just. It just didn't look the same anymore. I'm sure it's grown up now, probably better now.
Yeah, it all came back.
It's so beautiful. It was beautiful there, but now when I see
Sandy's
you ride
offering for you to
around, I'm
go.
like, that's not the
Sandy's saying you'll love
Miami.
her area, Rick.
Where's that?
I, I think she's in Florida.
Oh, okay. North Florida.
She said, "Come to my area, Rick. You would love it." So,
Hmm.
so you got an invite.
Oh,
Milton, are you cold? You shaking your paws? I think Milton got cold.
And Feral Grandma's asking Sandy if it is swampy.
Ducks and gators. Milton, sweetie. You.
You talk about having bigger lizards.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you caught gator, you'd be eating
Yep.
for a week.
There you go.
I
hey,
could see Milton. I could see Milton wrestling an alligator. Ah!
oh no, that dangerous.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no.
Milk.
I could see Milton thinking he could wrestle an alligator. I'm a
See,
panther.
He said, I'm tired.
his paws are shaking.
Yeah, because he's imagining himself wrestling an alligator.
He's frightened.
He's like, ah!
He does that all the time when he's asleep.
Yeah. He's probably dreaming about something.
Mm-hmm.
My cat used to do the same thing. He's probably dreaming about being in a fight or something, and
Yeah,
you know,
he's taking that other cat on.
right.
Then he gets that red towel thrown on top of him and gets brought back in the house.
Oh God.
He's a good cat.
Hopefully, it ain't like a bowl. They say that the red is what makes them.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that I have to admit that I still suffer from, or I suffer from worse ever since I became carnivore. Is I get very tired very easily.
Really.
Yeah, I'll be I'll be like say we're at a Kilt Zoom call, and I'll be there, and all of a sudden I have to leave because I need to go to bed. Like I get
Oh, wow.
really
Really?
tired.
Maybe you
Like,
need
out of
more
nowhere. And then
fat.
I get energy. Well, yeah, but I just go. I mean, I have two theories. It's either I need more fat, which I try to do. I guess Rick didn't want to hear that
He
conversation.
said, you know what? I'm tired
Um,
and I'm going to bed, right?
or
Milton.
somebody was saying, Raymond or somebody was saying that it could also be a sign that my body is healing.
Oh,
And what it's doing is it's actually saying, okay, take a nap now because you heal better when you're sleeping. So it's
oh,
actually going through
yeah.
that process. But I just, you would think after 6 months I would be kind of done with that. But I guess if I'm still healing, which I
Yeah.
probably am, I guess it's still going to happen.
Yeah, tend to be still ready to go even when I go to bed, but I end up falling asleep, but I still am ready to go. I don't
Yeah.
really.
I mean, Sandy says here maybe it's because I'm working different hours. That's
Oh,
true, but I get the tiredness even when I haven't worked in 3 days. You would think after
mm.
3 days I'd be a little bit more, you know,
Do
used
you
to it.
like the new hours you're working?
I
You said,
haven't really worked him yet because he's been having me fill in different times.
oh,
So
yeah,
I don't
but it's
know. I
going to
mean,
be 6 to 10, right?
right. I mean, the
Yeah.
thing is this. According to him, he's sort of taking back something he said to me. I can't run around. I can't. It's hard for me, even at 4 hours. It's hard for me to run back and forth, like register
Yeah.
coffee, register
Yeah.
coffee, register coffee. And he guaranteed me that I'd only be doing either coffee or register. That somebody would
Yeah.
be on the register while I'm doing coffee, or vice versa. And I'd rather do coffee because I really don't want to deal with the people. To tell you the truth,
Yeah.
not to be mean, but I like the people on here. I don't really like the people out in the world. Okay,
Yeah.
and and every time I go there, I'm working register and coffee. I'm doing both. And it's sort of a lot on me, even at that 4 hours, because I'm doing a lot of running around, you
Yeah.
know, you know. Um, that's a really deep answer, a really deep question, and a really deep answer, Gemma.
What is she asking?
Do you like your job? That's important. I like the idea of working, and I'll be honest with you, I don't see any other place that would bring me in, that would hire me. That's nearby that I can walk, stuff like that. Um, but there are times I've talked to myself. I talk to myself about it, like that. I really don't need the money, and I guess Tim's here. I don't know which Tim, but because it went past, so one of the Tims is here. Probably Tim Walker from Walker to Walking. Hello,
Oh,
Tim. But like I'm not really like needing the money. There's things I'd like to do,
yeah,
and it's nice. Like basically, 100% of the money is for either me to go out or me to save,
yeah,
and and to do things like buy a new desk, get the
yeah,
new computer, go
yeah,
on the Boston trip and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I can say, hey, you know what? I don't have enough money to go on these trips. Alyssa's here. Thank you. Hey, Alyssa. Um, I don't really need to go on these trips. I don't really need to do all this stuff. So it's not like I absolutely have to work.
yeah,
I could just wait and heal.
yeah,
And my focus is more on the healing part of it.
yeah,
But it is very, very difficult for me to run ragged for 4 hours, let alone 8,
yeah,
so,
yeah,
so, so we'll find out. Like for 4 days, I'll have it where I'm running, I just wish he would kind of keep to his word and like just give me coffee or just give me restaurant,
yeah.
or even better, have me not do either one and have me just put away stock. I wouldn't mind that.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know, that way I can go at my own pace and I'm building muscle as I'm doing it.
yeah.
You know,
Well, hopefully he's a man of his word. Hopefully.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, so far in that particular case, he's broken it already. But
Yeah.
um, so Alyssa's saying that she's dropping in to say hello, that she's going to see me on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, guess what, Alyssa? If I have my way, everybody's going to see you on Tuesday. So hopefully, it won't be me,
Yeah.
and hopefully, some people from SVG will be coming in to say hello to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing her story. I don't think I've ever heard her story.
No, I've heard bits and pieces, but yeah,
That's in the group though, right? That
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's-
Yeah, I like to
I mean,
hear
I think
people.
I really do. I think I should really do. That wouldn't be bad for me to do like a testimonial video, saying like how I feel about telling your stories. Like I think our stories are important, and
Yeah,
you
they
know,
are.
and like just trying to maybe write down what I'm going to write. Normally I don't write it down, but maybe in this case I would write it down. Like just like a really good, like almost poem like.
Yeah.
The brain is a resource hog. Divide 5% of your mass uses 20% of your energy. Okay,
Mm. Smart people.
that's feral grandma.
Oh.
So it's even smarter than you thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to hear what people are saying in the chat. Let me put on these readers and see what's going
Yeah,
on in
it's.
here. Oh, I see Rick's
Yeah,
still there.
I don't. Oh, Rick's always here.
Well,
Rick
well,
never
he was
leaves.
just on with us, and then I thought maybe must have
Well,
been Milton.
okay. He's always here in spirit. He's always haunting from the background.
Anytime I always think about him because anytime I see a bird, a duck, or anything, I'm always thinking, would Rick eat that?
Actually, okay, I can answer that question right now. I think 99.9.9%, yes.
Yeah. Well, we did see it was funny. We were passing a park and there were some buzzards in the parking lot. And my husband was like, "Oh, look, parking lot chicken." And I was like, "Is that what that was?" And then I was like, "No, that was buzzard." And then I was thinking, I don't think Rick would eat that. I
The
don't
only
know
thing
if
I think Rick, the only thing I don't think Rick would eat is like bugs, in the house.
bugs.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know. I
insects.
bet he'd eat some crickets or something, fried
Maybe
up in some tallow.
I don't know. Rick, answer in the chats. Would you eat
Yeah.
cricket?
I bet they say everything tastes like chicken, so maybe crickets taste like chicken.
And if you put it in the tallow, it tastes like heart attack chicken.
There you go.
Heart attack crickets.
I think he answer?
He said yes, Dr. Badger is. So I don't know what that means.
Oh, he must be answering something else.
Yeah.
Dr.
But
Badger.
sometimes I think just like I have a hard time following the chats, I think sometimes the chats have a hard time following me. Yeah, they seem to be like all talking amongst each other. So it's like,
Well, that's usually what's going on in the chats. Everybody's talking to each other.
yeah.
That's what's nice about the lives. You get in there and try to get to know people.
All right. So did this just say what I think it said? No, this is Dr. Baker because he was correcting his thing. I knew what you meant, Rick. Just to let you know. See, I keep on overshooting.
What are you trying to get to another line?
Well, to another comment.
To another comment?
Yeah.
I can see on my end that you have that one highlighted.
Oh no, I know that. I just see now you don't see it.
No, it's gone. It's gone like the wind.
Oh. Oh, the roach farm was for the ducks. That's what he.
Oh, but
In other words,
maybe he
it's
won't eat no bugs.
it's duck food.
Yeah, duck food.
My eyes are starting to get a little tired now, so I might.
You got to put your glasses back on.
They actually make me more tired. So
Do they really?
yeah, they're not for computer.
Oh.
They're actually transition lenses.
Mm.
So they turn into sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I don't need sunglasses because I listen to Dr. Lisa Wiederman.
Yes.
and
I quit wearing, as soon as I
good
say
for
that,
our eyes.
I quit wearing mine.
Yeah.
I figured
I mean,
that,
I probably the one thing I like about this computer, the only thing though it makes me a little bit darker. But this computer actually has a filter in it for blue light
oh,
that I have
nice.
on, so my eyes don't, it's for,
Yeah,
so I don't even have to wear the glasses. I have the filter in the computer itself.
nice.
So there are
Yeah.
some benefits. The only thing I had a hard time with was really the bandwidth.
Oh,
But I seem to be. Therefore, I haven't lost you. I'm going to test one more thing out.
oh yeah, let's
So if
test it.
you cut out, just let me know because I can't see you right now.
I can always
Oh
hear
my
you.
God, this is.
When you're doing the keyboard, I can hear you.
Oh,
You
I'm
can,
sure.
yeah, you can hear the tapping. And there's like a little bit of a echo with you.
It's still taking a while. Okay. So what I might need to do is pre-program things, so I can go into them and check things out. Or earbuds.
Did you ever figure out why you couldn't hear me earlier? Because I heard Amy say something about earbuds, but I didn't have anything in. I was just on my phone
Right.
when
I guess not then.
no.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you had earbuds in or not.
Yeah, I heard her say that, so I forgot to tell you when I got on that no, I didn't have them.
Yeah.
I didn't have them in.
Hmm.
So can't think of anything else because, like everybody said, they could hear me.
Well, we got to remember something here. Okay. When you were on this computer here,
Yeah.
this computer, when I was on with Mitch, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I was breaking up a lot with Mitch,
Mm,
like going back and forth.
yeah.
Yes, the other day when I was with Aaron, the same thing was happening with Aaron.
Yeah, yeah, I heard that.
So I think it could have been a glitch on my side,
Yeah.
you know. Now, because when I went to the other computer, I heard Lexi and Amy fine, you know, and then
Yeah.
I heard you when you came on.
Yeah.
Um, so like now I'm hearing you pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm hearing, you know, and um, like the bandwidth is sort of, I'm going to say sort of in fixed. What happened was the frustration was, okay, let me see if I can explain it, because sometimes when things are more frustrating, sometimes they're harder to. I figure, I think about every time I do a Zoom call, like doing a Zoom, it would come up low bandwidth, low bandwidth. So I took that as, okay, maybe I need to increase my bandwidth. I didn't want to pay any extra. But
Yeah.
you know what? I have my lives now. I have all this going on. I think I need to kind of like dig deep and pay the extra and
Yeah.
get the better internet. You
Yeah.
know, when I called, I thought I had the lowest possible bandwidth, because I'm like, okay, well, you know, once I get better bandwidth, I should be fine. You know,
Yeah.
found out I have the highest bandwidth that's allowed me in my area.
Yeah.
That's at least that's what they're telling me. So I'm
Huh.
going back and forth, and I even said to them, I said, well, this is ridiculous. How many gigs do I have? And they're like, well, you have 1 gig. I'm like, wait, I'm talking to, looking at other places, and they go up to at least 2.
Yeah.
Why can you only go up to 1? Like, what's that about? You know, like, well, it's in your area. I'm like, no, the other ones can do 2 in my area, so why can't you do 2 in my area?
Oh.
So we're going back and forth and everything like that. And then finally, they put me, was supposed to be a supervisor so I could make a complaint, and it ended up being tech support. And we talked, and I told him a little bit about my channel and everything, that I have to have the internet. And he goes, "Oh my God, yeah, you're doing a channel? That's actually wonderful." You know, he was like very nice about it. Whether or not he cared about what it was about is a different story. But he at least related that this,
Yeah.
you know. And I said, yeah, if I can't get this internet to go higher, I told him, I said, which was actually not lying, if I can't get internet to go higher, I would probably have to cancel my channel, you know, because if I'm going to cut out every time, I can't have interviews and
Yeah.
cut out every 5 minutes. That's not good, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, now, granted, I would not give up carnivore. I'm just saying, you know,
Yeah.
Thomas would not die of carnivore, but, you know, Parker Prime Rib might go to sleep, you know, like that. But, and Target Prime Rib is just a persona, so, you know. But um, so we went back and forth, and he actually said, well, I think what it is your router needs to be closer to your computer, be
Oh.
hooked in, so you would
Yeah.
have faster speed and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, yeah, but the router I have is hooked to the cable of the TV in the living room, and if I could bring that into the room, which would be a lot of work. I'd be unplugging the TV, I'd be doing this, bringing the cable in here, and just that's not really a lot of work that I'm willing to even achieve, you know. Or I can bring the computer out there into the living room. Now the
Yeah.
problem with that is, bless his heart, my roommate, and when I softly, makes a lot of noise. He
Yeah.
blasts every single time I go on a Zoom call, he blasts his phone, and he makes he yells at his phone or whatever, and he makes a lot of noise. And I can't. How can I do a live? Think about it. If I was interviewing you, would you like it if my background was yelling? You know, no, you
I'd be
probably won't.
like, take care of that old man.
Yeah, and and he doesn't mean to, so that's why it's easier for me to actually have a private room.
Yeah.
So I just do it in my bedroom, and I have, it's like a one-stop shop, and and I want to fix the place up a little bit. I definitely need a bigger desk, because if you actually saw how small this desk was, you would be like, yeah, Tom, you need a bigger desk. Your legs do not fit that desk, and so, but then all of a sudden they go to me and they say, oh, well, we could, what we could do? We could do an extender and extend your internet like from a distance, and it would be $10 more a month. Now they also got me into doing a protection plan, which I agreed to because it was for the computer and all my equipment, and so I'm paying a little bit more now, but I was willing to do that. You didn't have the light on this whole time?
Yeah, my husband just came in the room and I was having him flick the switch for me.
Oh, okay.
Earlier I had that woman Alexa, turn my living room lights on, but it still wasn't enough light, and it was getting kind of dark in here.
Wait, Lexi turned off your lights?
No, that spy, that woman.
Yeah, Alexa, that woman.
She never listens to me though. She's just like a child. She don't want to
She
listen.
never listens to me either. I'll be like, Alexa, what time is it?
She'll probably listen to you though.
No, I'm like, Alexa, what time is it?
No, I mean mine right now.
She's like, get a watch.
Yes. Yeah, it's time for you to get a watch.
It's time for you to learn how to tell time. That's what time is. Now that would actually be pretty cool though, if you had like a sarcastic, or if you could change them to do that. If I could do that.
Yeah,
I would do that in a heartbeat for my sister. I would literally walk to my sister's house, which is about like 15 miles. I would walk to her house, go inside the thing, change her program for Alexa, so whenever they asked a question, there was always like this smart aleck answer.
Yeah.
I would love it. I'd love to do that. That would be so fun. But I'm not that tech savvy, so I can't do that. So
I'm mean to her. I am. Right. Sometimes I cuss at her because she won't listen to me. I'd like to tell her to turn the lights on, and I want her to tell me back, turn them on yourself.
Right. Like, or even better, like, open your eyes, then you'll see.
Yes. I tell my husband all the time I don't like it. Because one day it wouldn't work. I mean, it wouldn't turn on the light, so I had to go over there, unplug it, plug it back in. I mean, when you got to go through all that, just turn the stupid light on.
Right.
I always feel they say, that they're spying on us, and I'm like, well, you figure your TV spying on you, your Alexa spying on you, computer spying on you. Heck, my neighbor's probably looking through the windows spying at me. They're not getting a very good show though. They're probably thinking, man, that lady has been sitting at the dining room table. How much is she gonna eat?
Yeah, really.
Sitting here, if they only knew, I'm just sitting here talking to you out in YouTube land.
That's funny. Actually, they'd be surprised how much carnivores can eat.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you go through the priming process.
I've never done any of that.
No, but when you do, believe me, your appetite opens up.
Yeah.
I mean, unless either that or like just do the iguana diet with Rick, and
I don't think my appetite would open up after seeing that iguana in his fridge. It's like That is a nightmare. It looked like a scary movie to me. He opens it up and
Ooh,
there's the iguana.
ooh, Rick, Lisa just came up with your Halloween video for Halloween. Show like a refrigerator full of iguanas, but like have the
Oh
lights be like
Lord,
all like orange and everything like that. It's like,
I would scream. The iguana. It actually looked good though. After he cooked it, it looked like a piece of fish.
yeah.
I bet that's what it probably tastes like a,
Actually, that's what they said. They say it resembles fish.
yeah.
You know.
It looks really good. It's just it's it's the old thinking, you know. I used to never I remember they would try to get me to eat deer meat, and I would be looking up and I saw the deer mount and I'd be like, "Oh, I can't do it. I couldn't do it." But now I'm like, "Oh yeah, give me some of that."
Give it to me.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
good.
I don't. Okay, people are going to think I'm weak here. I still don't think I can hunt an animal. I mean, I can fish for an animal, but
Yeah.
hunting, different story.
Oh, I went hunting with my husband, but of course I didn't get anything. But I thought, you know, I went and I was sitting there and I guess it was squirrels I was hearing, but I thought, oh, here they come. I'm going to get me one. I'm going to and what was really funny is my husband, you know, we went in and he had the blinds set up and he was just kind of walking around the area cuz you're just checking out the scenery. So while he was gone, he'd left we had like these little tree trimmers, little snippers, and I literally just cleared a whole I mean you would be amazed. I'm like a tree trimmer. I was just trimming all the trees. I probably ruined the whole area. I mean, it was good for us where we were going to have a clear shot, but I probably
Mm.
had my scent all over the whole place, cutting down all these trees. But hey, I did a good job. I cleared it out, but then somebody stole our area because I that's how good of a job I did. They were like, "This is a good area."
Nice.
So, but I've never actually killed a deer, but I'll eat them. I want to go again, but it just got busy with the grandchildren, and I just never got to go back and go hunting. But one day I want to learn. I even want to, what do they call it? Dress it, where you pull out its guts. I want to do it all. I want to know how to kill it.
I would think that that wouldn't be called dressing it.
I think that's what they call
I
it.
mean, I'm
I
sure
don't
it
know.
is what they call it. I just don't see how that should be called dressing it.
Maybe it's called undressing it then. You stick
Well, no,
something
you're
up it.
probably like I said, you're probably right. I'm just
I
saying.
think it is what it's called. I try to pay attention to what he tells me.
I mean, when I'm dressing something or myself, I'm putting on clothes. I'm not
Yeah.
putting my guts out.
Yeah, I think it might be. I think that's what it's called. He already went out in the other room. I'd ask him. I'm sure
I mean,
Rick knows if he's still in
I
there.
would, call like ripping or something.
You you would what?
Call it ripping, like ripping the guts out.
Oh yeah, but I think that's the name of. I don't know. Maybe I'm
Well, no,
wrong.
like I said, you're probably right. I don't know the term, so
Yeah.
I'm just saying that this doesn't really sound like it should be that. You know.
I think it is, but I've been known to be wrong about a lot of
Yeah.
things, and I ain't
I
afraid to
don't really
admit
need to see the highlight, but someone just said it's called dressing a deer.
it.
So yeah,
Okay.
you like I said, I didn't doubt you were right.
Yes,
I'm just saying that
I am the winner.
you of whatever, I the fellow grandma says it's dressing it too.
Okay, good, good. Yeah.
I
I
remember
always
one time.
I remember the first time cooking for him because I was like, well, how am I supposed to do this? Because I wanted it to be really yummy for him. But it's just like cooking anything else. It would we really enjoy the deer meat,
I
and it's
remember one
just
time I was driving down the road and I was on this like dark like 2-lane highway. Not 2 lanes, but like two like dark, winding road, like
Oh yeah.
and like no lights or anything like that. And I'm driving down to Princeton, and I came across a deer that was like like coming right up in front of me. And I'm not lying, okay? Maybe I was drunk that day. I don't remember drinking, but when I put my brakes on, and ended up, thank God I didn't hit the deer. But I could have sworn the deer was like making this face. It just looked like this mouth, like, oh my God.
It was that oh poop moment.
I'm like, oh my God. I wish I had a camera to take that picture. Holy shit.
Your car was probably glad you didn't hit it either. Woo.
Yeah.
That does some fierce damage.
I forget which car I had at that time. I think, yeah, I don't know which car I had. I had a car.
Well, I would hope so. Or
Yeah.
you were drunk if you thought you were driving.
Yeah, you see all these funny moments. Another time, let me clear my throat a little bit because this takes a little bit of finesse. Let me see if I can do it still. I'm actually I used to do security at Market Fair Mall. Okay. And this is around Christmas time. All right. And the Christmas tree is up and everything like that, and it's like maybe 5 days till Christmas or something. And I'm walking around and I hear a voice behind me. And let me see if I can imitate it. It's like, I can't believe it's almost Christmas. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm looking around. I hear the voice. It's over by the tree.
Was it an elf?
It's like, I can't wait to open all the presents. And I'm not even doing it. Believe it or not, I'm not even doing it justice. And I go over. I'm not lying. The only person over there was some guy that was like 6 feet, like 6'6", like Rick's height.
Oh no.
And he had a full, great big like a grizzly beard. And he was like, unlike Rick, he was big. He was like maybe 300 pounds.
Oh wow.
Big guy. This was the voice that came out of his mouth.
Wow.
I'm like, I just looked at him. I'm like, I think I just heard an elf.
You did.
Yeah, it was the funniest. Some of the things that you come across, it's like,
yeah. Wow.
it's like, I
Funny.
can't believe it's Christmas already. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. That makes me slap happy. It's like I've been drinking.
I used to be able to do voices like that, but I don't know if it just hurts my throat or whatnot, but it just,
Probably. Yeah, I always like the voices. You and Rick were doing a good job.
Yeah, I know. Like, let me see another one that I used to be able to do Billy, or what his name was. Oh, Bobby. That's it, Bobby. From Bobby's
From
World.
Bobby's World, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
my body, I'll cry if I want to.
Yeah, I don't have no talents. Except for my old Donald Duck.
Yeah, you
That
see,
was
there's a
it.
talent. You kidding me? Boy. I used to be able to do Marvin the Martian.
Oh, yeah, I like Marvin the Martian.
I'm gonna get you with me. See, I can't do it now. I think I have to hear him and then
Yeah.
emulate the voice. It's been a while since I've actually heard him. So,
Yeah.
like, for some reason, Kermit's coming to mind because I don't know. Maybe I heard Kermit the other day or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I love Kermit the Frog. I like you could sing that little song to me, the rainbow one.
I don't even know the words to that.
Oh, come
The
on.
Rainbow Connection.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And
Okay,
what's
let me
on
see.
the other side?
Okay, you just sang it to me, so
Yeah, I can't do it like Kermit. You have to do
oh, oh, let me see if I can do. See now I'm having like all this. How you?
it. Oh, if you could sing it, it would be like bringing it back to my childhood.
Okay, let me see if I can do it. I forgot the words already.
Come on.
No, no, just repeat the words one more time.
Why are there so many
Okay.
songs about
Why
rainbows?
are there so many songs about rainbows?
Oh, that's so good. Yay! You did a good job, Thomas. You
Thank
did
you.
me proud.
I do the. It has nothing to do with Kermit. But I do the "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" song, but
Y-
technically that's Wizard of Oz.
yes.
Somewhere over the rainbow,
Oh,
rainbows fly.
you're doing such a good job.
Miss Piggy, come over here. What is it,
Yeah, but
honey? What do you
Miss
want?
Piggy, I never liked Miss Piggy because it
No.
always made me feel like they were making fun of me. Porky Pig.
Oh,
Yeah.
my mom used to love Gonzo. That was her favorite.
I like the old
I couldn't
guys.
do Gonzo. She's like, I
The
love his nose.
I used to like the two old guys that was up in
Just like,
the balcony,
hey,
or
bro.
the beaker guy. You know,
Yeah,
do you remember?
I'm trying to come up with a voice that um um no, that's Kermit still. Hey Bert. Hey Bert, how are you doing? I'm trying to do Ernie from Sesame Street.
Oh, Bert and Ernie. I
Yeah.
could probably do Elmo.
Rubber ducky, you're the one.
You're doing so good.
Rubber ducky, you're lots of fun. Rubber ducky, you're a funny friend. Whatever. I forget the words. Ernie, stop singing.
That is so good. You're talented. There you go. You should do little food stuff, steaks with Ernie and Kermit. And you,
Okay.
you can do little carnivore Muppets.
Talking. I don't know. People might not. They might be like, "Oh my god, my food's talking! I gotta get out of
Oh
here."
my gosh.
I used to scare people because I can do a really good evil man laugh and an evil witch laugh.
Oh no.
Let me see if I can do it. If anybody near their phone or near their earphones, stand away. So, and this really does tickle the throat. Okay, so the man voice was this, and I've done this since I was like 10. Okay.
I feel like I've been smoking dope.
And then my evil witch voice is.
I'll get you, my pretty, your little dog
What
too.
and then you hear the cowardly lion like, I am the king of the forest.
Oh, I used to love Wizard of Oz.
Put him up, put him up.
Oh
I'm
my
a brave
goodness.
lion. I'm a brave lion. Put him up.
I think I can do. Oh, I just remember singing it to my grandson before. It was la 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 Elmo song. La 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 la. I don't know.
Elmo's so cool. I love how Elmo sounds.
Oh my good. People are gonna think if they come to this channel right now, they're gonna be like them two and been smoking the wacky tobacco.
Never mind tonight. I realize that people will see the replay.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Maybe I should give it one more try for my Donald. Let's see. Hello, Thomas. How are you? There, that's about it.
Donald, I can't do. I always get really like, Silly fish. Like that's probably the extent of Donald Duck for me. Like,
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
see, I can't do it.
I used to be real.
I mean,
I
Rick does
try
a
to
pretty
do
good
it to my
movie.
grandsons, and they giggle when I do it. But I'm not. I think
And my niece and nephew used to love my Kermit the Frog.
Oh yeah, you do that really. That's a good one. What's Sandy saying here? I can't see.
Sandy is saying, Lord, I'm glad I didn't take a
She's
gummy
glad
tonight.
she didn't take a gummy. I, like I said, I
She's
used
saying
to.
that she's having so much fun right now. I'm glad I'm being entertaining, you know.
Yes, you are.
I wonder if I wonder if I actually look at my channel how many subscribers I have now just from doing the voices, you know. Either that I
Oh,
lost some.
they're like, man, Thomas got talent. He's got a talent. You got to go see him. He.
You can take Kermit the Frog.
You can feel like you're watching the Muppets just by going to his live.
Yeah, close your eyes, and you'll hear two of the Muppets.
That's funny.
And you'll also hear other voices too.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I hear voices.
Oh,
Don't tell my
buddy,
doctor.
this is Mickey talking. Now,
Good old
Pluto,
Mickey.
leave that dog alone.
I remember my brother had I don't know, I think he got it for my grandpa. There was a Mickey Mouse, and he was flipping off, and it said F you, and it said Iran on it. And I didn't understand what was going on back then.
Okay.
But I
Now
guess it's. But now I understand a little more. Good old Mickey Mouse. Why is Mickey flipping off?
That doesn't make any sense.
No. Mickey, you're bad.
Well, I
Who
remember
knows?
when I was a kid, I used to have these curtains. That was of the Mickey gang, Donald Duck, Pluto, you know.
Yeah.
And for some reason, you know, I was like a little kid. I was about 6, 7, you know, and it scared the crap out of me. Because for some reason, I don't know why, but when the lights came off, and it was just like a little light from the back end, like from the moon, like the street lights.
Yeah.
They looked like monsters.
They probably made it that way.
They didn't look like the Disney characters. And I'm like, at least that's what my 6-year-old self saw, you know? So I'm like,
it was subliminal.
Ah! And my grandma's like,
raggedy.
no, we're leaving them up. I made these curtains for you. You're going to keep them up.
My room was Raggedy Ann and Andy. Do you ever remember them?
I remember Raggedy Ann.
Yeah, that's what my mom decorated mine with. Good Raggedy Ann.
That'd be kind of weird to decorate a boys' room in Raggedy Ann. I mean, maybe Andy, but Raggedy Ann, I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, actually, to tell you the truth, by the time I was 6, I probably didn't want Donald Duck in that anyway. I probably was getting more into like other things, you know, like superheroes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's probably time to change it anyway. But
yeah, probably more like Hot Wheels and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
were you a Hot Wheel kid?
Into cars that much? No, cars are sports. I wasn't really into them. I drew from a young age, so I would draw
yeah.
I used to draw a lot more, and I used to like actually draw. Like I'd be watching a commercial, and I would draw on like the commercial ad.
Oh, cool!
You know,
the scrubbing bubble.
Like I was drawing. You know, like I was probably better when I was at 5 than I am now. That's how. You know.
There was a scrubbing bubble commercial. I remember when I was little. You remember the scrubbing bubbles? It was a cleaner.
Yeah.
And I thought when I was little, I was convinced that those were real. So if my mom had that can, that them little bubbles, I was going to see them just scrub in the tub. It's weird how your little mind works when you're little, but I do remember thinking that the scrubbing bubbles were real people, real little bubble people. I probably still do think they're real.
Okay. You heard
You're
it here,
like,
folks.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Kids,
so
if you're listening, kids, don't do drugs.
Devitt says cartoons were great on Saturday mornings as a kid. Well, let me say something. Okay, I for one, if Saturday morning cartoons were still out, I'd probably be watching them.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not just as a kid; it's as an adult too.
It was exciting. It was like, I mean, it was the only time you got to watch them. I mean, they did have, like we were talking, Muppets on what, Sunday nights and stuff, but Saturday morning cartoons. Now you just can have everything whenever you want. There's no, it's on demand. You just do. It was something special and exciting for us on Saturday mornings. Get up and watch your shows.
And Sandy, I know Lisa is fun. That's why she has cow ears right now. If you see the video, you'll see what I'm talking about.
The what?
The cow ears.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see them right here when I'm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You position yourself there on purpose then.
Well, this is just the easiest place to sit, and it's behind me. If I sit in the other
So
chair.
you had no idea that you were going to have the ears automatically on each side.
Well, the first time I came on here with, well, no, the
Oh,
first
that's
time I
right.
was sitting on my couch, but the next time I came on, next to me is, I have my grandson's little booster seat, so I can't sit over here. So sitting here, I got my cow ears.
That's cool.
But see, yeah, if I get positioned just right, there
Yeah,
we
you
go.
have cow ears. Yeah.
There we
Julia
go.
has a cow face and you have cow ears.
That's Daisy. I call her Daisy.
That's
I also
cool.
I
have one. I have a cow picture in my apartment too.
I have
Oh, my
this-
mom used to love cows. Do you collect the Mary Moo cows?
No, this is just my daughter knows I like. I
I
always
mean,
say,
my mom only had 2 of them, but she had a big, huge cow collection. But a lot of them got broken from when she did, like, it was a nanny. So we
yeah.
ended up getting rid of most of them. Which it's funny because my sister actually, after I got rid of a lot of stuff that was broken and everything like that, she's like, I really wanted that stuff. I'm like, well, you should have said something,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you don't know if you don't speak it.
my mom actually had cows that were dressed up like Wizard of Oz.
Oh, I bet that was cute.
Yeah, so but they all but one was broken.
Oh,
So the collection got broke and everything. So
yeah. It's
um,
amazing how much stuff we collect over the years.
Yeah.
I'm now just trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff after my mom died, and it was sad. You'd go through all the stuff and you're like, nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted it. And we were just trying to get her house cleaned up, and I felt so guilty throwing some of it away. I mean, seeing if any of her neighbors wanted any of it, but
I did a lot of donations. But,
yeah, we should have donated some of it, but she had dogs and some of the furniture. We just ended up hauling it off to the dump because.
yeah, but it's kind of funny. Like I think my mom would have been the same, would have had the same reaction that I did. But my mom had stuffed animals.
Yeah,
And,
my mom did too.
Yeah, and she had one cow that was a pregnant cow.
Oh,
Like it had the big belly and everything. And when my mom passed away, I asked my sister several times. I'm like, do you want anything? Like, do you want anything of mom's? Do you want anything of mom's? And she thought I was going to save everything. She thought I was going to keep everything.
yeah.
And the thing is like let's think for a second here. What 50-year-old man 48, whatever age I was at the time,
Yeah.
would keep a stuffed cow. Like I have a couple stuffed animals, but who would keep a pregnant cow as their stuffed animal? Got to do that, you know. So I was like, okay, there's some that I think I'm just going to donate it.
Yeah.
I do want to have some room in my closet,
Yeah.
but I think she thought I was going to keep all this stuff, and it was like, I felt bad about getting rid of it. She like kind of made me,
Yeah.
but I
It's
was like,
just something like I look around all the stuff that I started getting rid of in my home. I'm like, my kids ain't gonna want this crap. All they want is my money. They just want my money. That's all they want. They don't want. I can't see them wanting
I mean, the
not
only
one
I
thing.
I have 3 stuffed animals. And maybe someday I'll show them. They're actually in the other room, so I'm not going to bring them out now. But I still have my teddy bear from when I was 1.
Oh, that's
So
so sweet.
that's an antique.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, I
Is
think
it a
anything over
special
25
kind?
years is an antique. So
Nice.
it's definitely an antique. And then well, I probably have more than 3 actually. And then I have I definitely have 4. I'm sorry about that. Then I have this monkey that my mom bought me that she made for me from Build-A-Bear. And
Oh,
when I got promoted to manager as my gift, you know, so I hold on to that. I keep that. And then I still have, just want to see what this says. What the hell is going on here? You got the Rick virus, Thomas. Okay. Then there's this alien stuffed animal that was my mom's, and it was the last thing that my niece and nephew got her at the boardwalk before she passed away.
oh,
And then the other one is a stuffed cow that my mom held on to every night until she passed
oh,
away.
oh.
So,
Yeah,
um,
that's nice.
so they hold, and I have a few little ones here and there that just have kind of like wandered in because of my mom and stuff. But the
Yeah.
pregnant cow, definitely, I did not keep the pregnant cow. I'm sorry.
You know.
Um,
Yeah.
or, but
Yeah, it's nice to have
I
certain.
mean, I probably should have, but I was trying to make some. At the time, also, I thought I was going to try to move out of this place.
Yeah.
I wanted to get into a smaller place, meaning like
Yeah.
I wanted to do, instead of meeting the renter and having people live with me, I wanted to be the guy that lived in somebody else's home and rented a room. And all I
Yeah.
worried about was just the rent of the room,
Yeah.
and and also getting food and stuff like that. That's why I wanted to go into more of a simple life.
Yeah.
And um, so I figured that I was not going to be able to afford this apartment. I figured I was going to have to get out anyway. So I got rid of a lot of things because I thought I would have to like pack down and do. Now I didn't get rid of a lot of things,
Yeah.
but that was sort of my mentality. Like I wanted to make sure I didn't need everything in the closet. I didn't have everything here. And,
Yeah.
like I wanted to get rid of which I'm glad I didn't because I ended up needing it again, like about 3 times more. But I wanted to originally get rid of my knee walker because it was depressing me.
Oh, yeah.
And it's still kind of depressing,
Yeah.
but um, I mean I hold on to it so no one says anything to me. But
Yeah.
you know, um, and I
Yeah.
and I get some arguments with it and stuff like that, but it's nothing huge. Just like they think and I think what I think, and since I'm the one I know, you know, but so it's all good in the hood. But
It is.
so Terry's saying that I'm up too late.
What time? I don't even.
It's
Can
not that late. But I actually, you know what? I should go to bed because I got to get up. I got to give it like 4 o'clock.
Yes, you got to get up and go to work.
Yes.
You got to make the call. You got to make the donuts.
Oh, leave the donuts out of this.
You got
All
to
right.
make the
So
coffee.
I mean, unless you want to take over the show, I think I'm gonna.
Oh no, no. This is your rodeo, buddy.
This is my rodeo. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
So see, now I'm feeling drunk, but
I know. I was feeling like somebody. I was thinking Sandy passed me the peep. See, I can't even talk. Sandy passed me the peace pipe.
Cindy, you're causing trouble. Good night, Lewis. I didn't even know
Everybody
Lewis.
pop the
I had
gummies
no
if you
idea
got
Lewis was
them.
still here. Who all is here? Everybody, raise your hand.
Raise
Who's
your
here?
hands. I see Terry Sue.
Who's here?
Oh yeah, I do. There's Lewis.
See, I know Lewis. He's probably telling me, Tom, it's time to go to bed. Go to bed. Okay, Lewis just raised his hand.
That's
All right.
fun.
I think we all know what I'm about to say.
Live.
Love, heal, and for God's sakes, people,
Eat the meats. Bye.